Hello everyone, and welcome to an MVL Gaming live stream. Today we are going to be checking out the game room. That's right, this is my 2020 live game room tour. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to show you all of the games, all of the systems, all of the hardware and everything going on in the game room. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think for starters I'll give you just a quick walkthrough, a sort of rundown of some of the shelves real quick, and then we will jump into showing off some handhelds so I can catch up with chat, and then we'll go back into a more detailed look at all of the systems, all of the hardware, and all of the good stuff going on in the game room. Now, my screens are not on there because one of those screens is broken, the CRT television. I did a video about that, so unfortunately that's not working, but everything else is working great. So even though this is a precarious setup, we will go over that. Lots of good stuff to show you guys. Alright, I think I will quickly show off the shelves real quick. First of all, I have a bunch of systems. So in the far side here there are a bunch of plug and plays, and then a couple of systems down there as well. My Commodore computers as well. There's my console set up. A lot of see, I've had to do a sort of a sort of slapdash attempt there because I'm using the flat screen for everything at the moment because the CRT isn't working. And then I have some more systems there. I'll go over these in more detail afterwards, and then some more systems there as well. And then over here we have PSP, and then some PC, some Sega CDs, some Dreamcast, PlayStation 1, 3DO, CDI, and then into Game Boy, boxed games, and things like that. Then over here I have my loose cartridges for my Atari 2600. And then a bunch of other systems as well, but mostly Game Boy down the bottom. PCs, getting some Amiibos here. PC games, big box. I love big box PC games. Absolutely love them. A bunch of those, some special editions down there, and I've put some of my old computer games and cassettes down there as well. And then there is my Nintendo loose cartridge, Famicom, Super Nintendo, and Nintendo 64. And then over here is the GameCube, Wii, Wii U, and Xbox 360 in that location over there. Then over here we have some more computer game stuff at the top there. It's all over the place, pretty much run out of space. And I also have my Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and N64, and then you have the Master System, and the boxed Master System, that is, and the Mega Drive over there as well, and some Dungeons and Dragons stuff at the bottom as well. Then more special editions up there. That's actually where my loose Mega Drive and Game Gear and Master System cartridges are on the far right. And then PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4, and PC games down the bottom. Switch and Xbox One there as well, and a couple of special editions. Alright, that's a good look at that. So let me go ahead and move to a more stable webcam real quick and catch up with you lovely people. See what's going on. See how you guys are doing. Hey, how you guys doing? Good to see you, my friends. I'm going to move over to a different webcam real quick. All right. Okay, how's it going, my friends? How's it going? Well, so yeah, I've done a full game room tour live before, and it was a bit of a train wreck then. We'll see how it goes now. I think I said I would never use a handheld camera live again, but we're doing it now. How are you guys doing? Hey, Mike loves gaming, who comes to the right place. Myself, my friend, I should say. Myself, I also love gaming. Zombie, Jesse, how you doing, my friend? I'm doing great, thanks for asking. Kamui Plays, Sam M, good to see you, good sir, good to see you. And Digicon as well, my friend. Good to see you guys. How are you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm going to show you my handhelds first while I have this more stable setup with the webcam attached to my computer. I'll show you some handhelds. I'll probably come back to this webcam at the end of the video. And I'm gonna try and keep up to date with chat as we go. But yeah, last time I did this is a little bit awkward. In fact, while I was showing you that my lead got tangled up, I have a massive USB lead. Look at me talking about my massive lead. But you know, it's not the small leads people care about, is it? But I have a massive USB lead, so I'm trying to keep abreast of everything. But anyway, I'll show you my handhelds. And we'll go back to the other webcam to show you everything in detail as we move on. I got a lot of stuff to show you guys, my friends. We're still in this game room, almost out of space. We'll see next time the game room gets a shake up what that looks like. But I'm doing great, my friends. Glad to have you here. So let's show you some handhelds. I think the first one I've got is this. I think I've shown this before. The Pro 200. This is one of my first handhelds. Came out around about the time of the Game Boy, Super Nintendo type era, and I remember the advert for this showed them putting a Super Nintendo cartridge in the trash. It's a calculator and a game system. It's actually not that bad. I think I've shown this off on gameplay of this off on some support exclusive videos. So it's pretty cool. I actually have a soft spot in my heart for this because it has games like Space Invaders on it. It has games like Tetris, and for the longest time, this was my handheld. Hey, I love you guys. Thanks for being here, my friends. Our game room tour. You guys are all sharing it with me, so it's everybody's game room. How about that? But yeah, I got a special place in my heart for this thing. Even though, you know, this was actually in my back garden. Where it last was found. I thought I'd lost it, but it was in my back garden and it still works. So how about that? They built them strong back then. And then I no longer have an original Game Boy because I traded it up back in the day for the Game Boy Advance, and now I have the Game Boy Advance SP. This is my original Game Boy Advance SP. I think I just kept trading up to this model and kept this model. But yeah, it's really good, the Game Boy Advance SP. Of course, you guys know it plays Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games. One of my favorite form factors for a handheld as well. I've got small hands. What can I say? I know, you know, think about small hands. What does that mean about somebody? I got small feet as well. You know what that means? I wear small shoes. Anyway, so I've got the Game Boy Advance. Love the Game Boy Advance. One of my favorite systems. I still take this out and about every now and then. You'd think with the modern systems, that would be my go-to, but no, Game Boy Advance SP is still my go-to. Plug and play, well, not plug and play, but quick play sort of gameplay, when it has power in it as well. Then the next Game Boy I ended up getting was the Nintendo DS, the dual screen. I still have this, even though I ended up getting a 3DS, which plays DS games. You know, this would actually play Game Boy Advance games as well, had a slot for that. I always found this to be a little heavy. It wasn't the best to hold in your hands, but they upgraded that significantly with the next one up. This is a 3DS. I actually occasionally use the 3DS, the 3D gimmick, but I do want the new 3DS. That would be pretty cool as well. That'd be cool to have that. As it stands, this is a Pokemon Y model. That's the one I've got. Why? Because that's the one I've got. And yeah. I like this a lot. I've used this a lot. Very, very happy with this system. Of course, does play DS games as well as 3DS games. And yeah, I like it. I would like to get one of the new 3DSs, which is the ones that had better eye tracking for the 3D. There was a Zelda one of them, which I much coveted. But we'll see, we'll see. I don't have a lot of handhelds, to be fair, as well. You're not greedy? Hey, I love you guys being here. Thank you so much for being here, my friends. Yeah, you know, guys, actually, I've run out of space on the game room. You'll see it when I show you the rest of the game room. I've run out of space. So we're at max capacity. I can't shove any more stuff into my massive man cave. It is about as full as it's going to be. Anyway, my PSP is next. My little PSP. You guys may know from seeing this on videos before that this does not work properly. Unfortunately, I traded in my PSP for this. So you know, there's a demo disc in here, and there's a bunch of screen wipes, dirty screen that it is, and it is actually the Final Fantasy VII model. But it does have an issue when I press the buttons that the home screen comes up, and you might have seen it. I did a review of the of a PSP HDMI cable. And yeah, unfortunately, that issue kept coming up. So I do need to replace this, but I still want to keep this model because it's a Final Fantasy VII one. You see them falling apart. Anyway, yeah, that's not being held on by like anything. Oh well, what are you gonna do? It's still a lovely model. I couldn't resist getting the Final Fantasy VII model, even if it turns out to be slightly broken. But there you go. And then the last handheld. It is so beautiful. It is. That's why I can't bear to part with it. The last handheld I want to show you guys is my newest handheld actually, and I know Sam will be familiar with this one. It is a good one, and it is a very recent one, and I'm very fortunate to get this model actually. This is in its own special bag as well, the Evercade, and yeah, I love this thing. And I haven't put anything in the case, but I've got the first 9 cartridges that came with this. And the cool thing about this is that this is the Lunar. Oh, I say the Lunar White. It's a white model. No, it's the black model. I'm looking at the back. The white model is the regular one. I was looking at the back thing. It's a white model. It's been a while since I took it out. It is the black model. Yep. So this is the limited edition. There you go. The rest, if you like a white model, they're normally white. But this is the black model, limited edition. Beautiful, plays lots of good stuff. Hey, Brad King, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Ooh, the Evercade. Yeah, I love this thing. Absolutely love this thing. And they've made improvements to this as it's gone on. They're releasing new cartridges. They're releasing homebrew collections as well. You bought 2 3DS XL consoles. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. For 69, hey, that's a magic number as well. Yeah, actually, it's a good time to buy DS stuff. I bought a lot of DS stuff from Argos recently, games that is, and they've gone pretty cheap. So it's actually, what confused me is the back is white. I remember, I don't know why, but you guys know my memory is really bad. I remember the console was normally white. Pulled it out, and yeah, of course, I was very coveting of the limited edition black model. I think the front looks way better like this than it does white. So I'm very happy about that, and that's why I keep it in the case as well. But yeah, I definitely want to grab more cartridges for that as well. Anyway, guys, we're going to go over to the other part of this thing, which is this thing, and I'm going to try and show you guys all of the stuff in the game room. I'm not sure where I'm going to start. I think since we've done systems, I'll start with systems, and I'll show you the plug and plays. If there's enough light in that section, we'll see. I'll show you the plug and say, you got the white? Yeah, it is a good system. It is indeed. Anyway, yeah, guys, I'm gonna go over and start showing you some of the plug and plays in this section over here. So we're gonna switch camera, and hopefully I will be able to keep up with everything. So we'll go over to that right now. And we will move this computer so I can see what's going on and hopefully not unplug anything. There you go. Alright. Nobody said this was going to be easy, right? Even as I knock over my coffee cup in the background. Alright. Let's go ahead and show off some of these plug and plays. So my plug and plays live over here. I hope you can see them pretty well. Here's some of the plug and plays I have, my friends. Here's some of the plug and plays. We'll start off at the top. There's a Space Invaders plug and play here. This is a really good one. I really like that one. There is a Capcom plug and play. That one looks really nice as well. And there's a Namco TV game plug and play, which I think I once referred to as a Capcom one because it has the yellow. it has the yellow and red kind of color scheme. It looks kind of Capcom-esque, but it's pretty cool as well. Pretty cool. Then down here we have a couple more systems. Here's the Commodore 64 Mini. And I did a review of this when it came out, and I wasn't blown away because I'm a big Commodore fan. I love the Commodore 64, and there was a little bit of inconsistency on the games that I put on it. There wasn't really anything wrong with the games that were on it, but it had the option to add your own games, and unfortunately some of them didn't quite run at the right speed, which is an issue I've seen on emulation as well. But there's the controller. I also didn't like the controller. You can check out my review. I don't like the controller because it's not micro-switched, but I think they've improved upon both of those things on the bigger model. I don't know. And whilst at next to them, there's a data set for a real Commodore 64 as well. How about that? Down here we have a couple more minis. We have the PlayStation Mini. If I was to do a top 5 list of the worst minis, this would definitely be up there. If I was to rank them, I should say this would be towards the bottom, I guess. It looks beautiful, but they did let us down on the game selection, and you can't really look past that. It looks and plays wonderfully, but they let us down on the game selection. Near the top, I would say, the Core Graphics Mini. Beautiful, beautiful TurboGrafx 16 style Mini. And then over here we have the Neo Geo, which is not as bad as people say it is. It's not as bad as PlayStation Mini. I have a controller for that in there somewhere as well, but it's pretty dark in there. It's dark and full of terrors. And then down here we have a couple of extra things as well as I switch over. Man, it is so dark, I apologise for that. I'm just going to switch over to my my chat bot so I can read the chat a little bit. This is my least favorite system. This one tells you when you need to go to work, and I think they're going to fix this in a patch to add a snooze function. But yeah, I don't like that this system wakes me up and tells me to go to work. This is a charger for the PlayStation Move controllers and regular controllers by Mad Catz. Is pretty useful. This thing here is pretty interesting. I'll pull this out real quick. This is like a PlayStation stand, but it also has like video out functions to it, so you can play on different screens. It also functions like a multi-tap as well. I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Let's shove that back in there. Oh, I'm making a mess of everything. Also, it doesn't help that like all of this stuff is real dark. And there's some D&D stuff over there as well. There's some extra consoles down here, which I'll show you as well as the systems as well. All right, I'm gonna quickly boot up my chat bot. Sure, I'm not shy of showing off my joysticks. No, I'm not. Ooh my. Oh, here's some different variants of consoles. So here's Xbox 360. This is the Gears of War edition. And there's my R2D2. Xbox 360 as well. There's that. And then I think the gold C3PO controllers in here. And then I think in here I have my Streets of Rage 4 Signature Edition and something else. I just didn't have anywhere to put them right now. Here's my Amiga. No, that's my Commodore 64. That's my Commodore 64. This is my system that I grew up on. I love this system, even if I'm getting everything wrong right now. And there's my Amiga. It says Amiga on it, but the shells from a distance look the same. One of them is a little bit bigger than the other, but you know the size doesn't matter, does it? Does it? Kind of does. Anyway. Anyway, appreciate you guys sticking around as well for the game room tour. So I have a couple of screens. I should probably talk about the Tri-Mount. I actually did a video on the Tri-Mount. This thing is amazing. This thing is really useful. You can use it for putting together your Wii sensor bar, your PlayStation Move camera, and your Xbox 360 Kinect all on one TV. How useful is that? That is so useful. I mean, it saved me so much trouble from switching between them, which is a real pain, and then they look pretty nice on your TV, I think, and you don't have to switch between them. I do, of course, have a separate Wii sensor bar there, but, you know, I digress. You got some more mini systems over here. You have the Mega Drive Mini with a controller as well. Excellent system. You have the Super Nintendo Mini. Excellent again. The Nintendo Mini, excellent again. And I guess you could sort of call it the PlayStation Vita Mini, I guess, if you wanted to. It's the PlayStation TV. Unfortunately, it doesn't play everything from the PlayStation Vita. I would certainly like a way to do that because I don't have a PlayStation Vita. I plan to get one, but that's the way I play them at the moment. PlayStation TV, very useful system. And then I have a SCART. The SCARTs would normally be plugged into this TV, the Sony Trinitron, but that does not work right now. I did a video showing off what it's doing wrong, why it's not working. So yeah, it's just not working. Hey, Freak of 4, how you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. You grew up on the Commodore 128. Nice. Yeah, I love the Amiga 500. That's a 500. We had a 500 plus and a 1200. Unfortunately, both of those do not work right now. Same with the Commodore. I've got a VIC 20. Which I had, and I got two other Commodore 64s of different designs. That's why I got a bit confused with them. Neither of those work right now, unfortunately. So there you go. I actually have a Super Nintendo controller right now, which I often use with the Retro Freak, because for games like, I use the Retro Freak. So guys, I've done a video about the Retro Freak. I've gushed about it a lot. Love the Retro Freak. And when I do recordings, this thing is so useful. I'm like, on my last pickups video, I'm pretty sure that had something like 90% of the games I recorded on this thing. 80 to 90% of the games I recorded off this thing. It was so useful, and it just helps me get stuff in 1080p to record for the gameplay footage and to live stream for so much stuff. I've done a video on this before. It's so amazing, and I use the Super Nintendo controller for a lot of it, so that's there. I've got these HDMI splitters there, but they're kind of just a little bit of a mess. And then down here we have the Panasonic 3DO. Actually, guilty pleasure of mine. Underneath that, we have the fantastic CDI as well. Another guilty pleasure of mine, the Philips system. guilty pleasure. You need to get your C64 up and running. It's a fantastic system. I recommend it. From what I understand, there's a way to get it to work with like an MP3 player, because most of my games are cassettes for the Commodore 64. So it's definitely a technical challenge in that. All right. Hope nothing gets disconnected because I need to move my computer around to see the chat. All right. On this side, under the TV that unfortunately doesn't work right now. I have the Sega Saturn and Sega Dreamcast, and then under that we have the Sega Mega CD, we call it over here in the UK, on the Mega Drive Model 2, and then under that we have the original Xbox. I actually think I have there we go, a controller there as well. I really like this controller. This is a smaller controller. The regular one was much larger, the Duke. So that's an S controller. And then over here we have some more systems. So I will show you those now. Which Slash is guarding evidently. So these are the more modern systems. At the top here we have the Nintendo Switch with Pokemon Plus controller. I actually modded this controller to take off the little strap because I hate those straps. I'm scared to actually touch anything here in case it falls down because I set this stuff up for the video. This is, I wouldn't normally have the controllers on top of everything. But there's a PlayStation 4. This is the Uncharted 4 model. There's a PlayStation 3. That's a Lunar White model. I think that's what it's called. There we go. Correct my slip up from earlier on the Evercade. There's my large PlayStation 2. I recommend getting the larger model because they are a lot less chance of scratching discs, and I find them to be more reliable. And there's my Vectrix. This does work. I actually had that on a supporter exclusive video as well. I showed off playing that Mindstorm. The only thing that doesn't work on the Vectrix is the cartridge slot, but I only have one Vectrix game currently, so it could be that cartridge. There's a bunch of memory cards on the top here because I need tons of memory cards, especially when you play games on stream. Sometimes you want to have a different memory card for your stream stuff and not for your regular stuff. And then down here, again, some of the stuff's quite dark, so I apologise, but here's the Wii U. Love the Wii U. And there's a relatively new addition to the family of systems here. There's another Wii. So if you want to know why I have another Wii, that is because this model is a PAL, a UK Wii. I've had this forever, but I actually play my Wii games on my Wii U because it outputs them at 1080p. And then I actually play my GameCube games on my GameCube. Because the GameCube has the Game Boy Player. I love the Game Boy Player. You can play Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games on your GameCube that way. And the GameCube, the only thing I would like is something like maybe a Hori controller, so I could control the Game Boy games a little better. But other than that, I don't actually use my Wii for anything. I told you things would fall over. They weren't exactly designed, set up well. So I have a new Wii, and I have a new Wii because this I actually put different plates on. These are black doors on it so I could tell it apart. This is an American Wii, and I got this so that I could play Japanese games through other means, specifically to play Project Zero 4. Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, and I've got that working. I'm very happy about it, so I can play Project Zero 4 with this on original hardware from my real disc, which is a Japanese game that only came out in Japan, so I'm very happy about that. So that's why I have that, and it works. So that's definitely staying there. There's the 360 I actually use. It's loud as hell. I actually did a video saying how loud it was. Same with the Dreamcast. I just haven't been able to find a 360 that doesn't sound like a rocket taking off when it runs. I don't know. That could just be me, but that's just a problem I've been having. There is the Xbox One. It is it is what it is, my friends. It's very big, isn't it? It's huge. I have a hard drive on that. I actually have a hard drive on my PlayStation 4 as well, because modern systems need a lot of hard drive space to do anything. And then there's my N64. That's my current N64. This one was RGB modded by Scotica Retro, and it is fantastic. I love that thing. Plus I have a HDMI solution for that as well. And I have a bunch of other consoles down the bottom of here. Here's Here's the Master System converter for the Mega Drive. There's a Pong console there. There's my Atari 2600 under there. There's my Master System. There's my Mega Drive Model 1. My TurboGrafx 16 is there. And then on the other side there's my PlayStation 1. Although that's not my original PlayStation 1. My PAL Super Nintendo, of course, and my Nintendo Entertainment System. And then over here, for some reason, I have like a light gun that looks like a weapon with PlayStation Move. But anyway, which is actually pretty funny because this thing looks like a real weapon. I love that thing. Anyway, I haven't used it on any game though, I don't think. It's more something you'd want to use for Time Crisis. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the games. I think I'm going to start from this corner over here, because if I don't do this is actually new, this little section. If I don't do this first, I think I might forget about it. And then I'll go kind of clockwise and show you guys around everything, but in no particular order. So there we go. Alright, I'm going to try and move my screen as well so I can see what's going on whilst I do that. So bear with me. Alright, so let's have a look at some of these. Also, hopefully I don't fall over during this. Also, you may notice the Starlink Battle for Atlas characters here. I don't really have anywhere to put them. The rest of them I've actually put in their box. I will show the rest of the PlayStation 2 stuff when we get to it. But I want to show you this stuff here. There's a lot of special editions as well, I should say, in these boxes here. You can see Resident Evil 2 there, Fire Emblem, which I just did an unboxing of. Actually, this game here is stupendously expensive these days. I found this really cheap as well, which is really cool. Final Fantasy VIII, that's the PlayStation 1 Collector's Edition. But anyway, yeah, lots of cool stuff here. Actually going to need to move what I'm standing on a little bit closer. Never said this would be smooth, did I? So let's move what I'm standing on a bit closer so I don't stumble. I think I stumbled last time. It's still pretty high up. But we have the Master System here, next to the Evercade box as well. So we have Bomber Raid for the Master System. These are loose cartridges, so I also have box Castle of Illusion, starring Mickey Mouse, and Sonic the Hedgehog, and Transbot. I like that game. Super Space Invaders. I love Space Invaders. I'll buy it on anything. Shoplifter, and Ghost House, and Hang On and Astro Warrior. I like Astro Warrior. And then that's what is this? Smash TV? Well, I can't even. Yeah, Smash TV. There we go. Can't tell with the white label sometimes. Aztec Adventure, and then Blade Eagle 3D, which is a good one. And then I think one more. Is that all of the Master System loose? We've got some Mega Drive here. Oddly shaped Mega Drive. No, there's one more Master System. There we go. Secret Commando. It was a secret. And then over here we have Budokai. I had the box for that, but it's in terrible condition. James Pond 2. These are the EA ones. FIFA 97. And Bulls vs. Lakers. And then, what's this? The Legend of Galahad. And then Double Dragon. This has 2-player on it, by the way. Very good version of Double Dragon, even though the hit detection is pretty bad. Gods, that's by the Bitmap Brothers. And Dizzy there. And then this is the lock-on cartridge, Sonic and Knuckles, missing the door. But, you know, I do adore that game. How about that? How about that? And then over here, we have Terminator 2, the arcade game for the Mega Drive as well. This is one of the Wonder Boy games, Wonder Boy in Monster World. And then this is, what is it? Crackdown, there we go. And then this is Dungeons and Dragons, one of the Dungeons and Dragons games, I don't recall which one. And that is Fire Shark, great game actually, great game. Even if the title didn't come to me. Mercs, top-down shooter if I remember correctly. Growl, a beat-em-up game. And Hellblade, I've seen Hellfire rather. I've seen boxes for this around, but no one wants to sell me the box without the cartridge. And that is Shining Force. Love that game. Tactical RPG. Ghosts and Goblins. Yeah, Ghouls and Ghosts. There you go. Got it. I got this is a Mega Drive version. I have a PAL Mega Drive version. I have a Japanese boxed version of this as well. And yeah, there we have Sword of Vermilion. And then over here we have Splatterhouse 3. This is a Genesis game, not a Mega Drive game. But, you know, Mega Drive is region free, so it will actually play, which is pretty cool. And then over here we have we have Game Gear games. So here we have Golden Axe Battle, Golden Axe game. Pretty cool, glad to have that. And what do we have here? Sonic 2. Game Gear versions are a little different. There's Alien 3. I guess these are in no order whatsoever, so how about that? 4-in-1 game pack there. I can't remember what that has on it. G-Lock Air Battle. And Halo Wars. This is a good game. And over here, by this mess of cartridges, we have Shinobi. Great game. Columns, another great game. Great games on this handheld. I actually can only play these on the Retro Freak at the moment. Global Gladiators and Terminator. I'll be back. Jurassic Park. I love that game. So many, I need to get a system like this. I just can't find a Game Gear that works. And then Crystal Warriors. All right. There we go. I took those out in a really weird way. So I'm gonna have to put them back. Got to put all your toys back. They weren't in any particular order. Looks like I got a little bit lazy on this side, but this area is kind of new, so it's still a work in progress. You would have seen that new from the last time. All right, so I guess from there I'm going to go around and I'm going to start showing you guys. Terminator is nice. I guess I'm going to start showing you guys this section here, and we'll move around to the loose cartridges, then the Xbox, then the Mega Drive sort of stuff, and then the PlayStation 2 will be last, because I think Terminator is one of the biggest ones. Hey Trevor, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. How you doing, Trevor, my friend? Good to see you. I'm gonna have to stand on the table, just in front of my computer. So hopefully this will be good. How are you doing, Trevor, my friend? Good to see you, buddy. Nice to see you as always. Did I get the Oliver Twins cartridge? Not yet. I do want to get it though. But I figure when people calm down a bit, they'll be more readily available. So here we have the PSP. PSP is a system I really love. Got it when it came out. Absolutely love this system. So many good games for it. As you can see, there's no room for any more PSP. These are two different shelves, by the way. One on top of the other, because I'm absolutely crazy. Hey, William Armstrong, welcome to the stream, my friend. How are you doing? Good to see you. So yeah, I have no room for these. You're going to see this a lot, actually. There's almost no room for a lot of stuff left. So we've got Aliens vs. Predator here for the PSP. Ape Academy. I love Ape Escape, actually. There's the PSP version of Ape Escape, Ape Escape P. There's Astonish Your Story, an RPG. There's Blade Dancer, another RPG. I actually remember getting this on a game hunting video. By the way, guys, I will have more game hunting videos. It's just I got a lot of videos to edit, but more game hunting videos are coming. They have been recorded. Same with D&D, actually. There's more D&D coming. I just got a lot of stuff to edit. But I remember on a game hunting video, this came with like some hentai inside of it for some reason, which was not part of it, so that was funny. Breath of Fire 3, fantastic game. Brothers in Arms D-Day, and the Bubble collection. Bubble, love Bubble. And we have the Capcom Puzzle World, some great games in there. Great puzzle games. I'm a big puzzle game fan. Boom, hey Betty, how you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. What's up, my friend? Good to see you. You doing well, Trevor? That's good to hear, my friend. I'm doing pretty good. I am standing a bit precariously right now. I'm not quite sure how to get these games out, but I'll give my best. Castlevania, the Dracula X Chronicles. I guess I'll put that back when I'm done, and then I will be able to get them all back. Coded Arms there, and then Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII, Crazy Taxi Fair Wars, All's Love and Fair, All's Fair in Love and War rather, Crush, Dead to Rights Reckoning. Dynasty Warriors. I love the Dynasty Warriors games. Dynasty Warriors Volume 2. And then EA Replay. I think I found this before in a charity shop, but it was like missing the UMD, unfortunately. But I was able to locate it, evidently. Evidently I was. So how about that? Right, let's put Castlevania back. I think you can unlock the original version of this game on this PSP enhanced version as well. I think that's a thing you can do as well as we go to the next shelf. VR tour, kind of, yeah. I mean, I would say it's almost as precarious doing this as if I am wearing a VR headset, because I'm standing on a table right now with a camera attached to, just attached to a stick. So it's pretty crazy. Good to have you here, my friends. Next row, I might be able to pull this one out easier. Fat Princess, Fistful of Cake. Guess I'll put that aside and put it back as we go. Final Fantasy, the PSP versions of this are great. That's a Japanese Final Fantasy 2. I found this in a charity shop, but it will play in English on a English PSP. It just does, which is awesome. So it looks awesome and it plays perfectly fine. Final Fantasy 4, the complete edition, that includes all of the extras on it, which is pretty awesome. And then Final Fantasy Tactics, fantastic game. Fired Up, racing game. Gangs of London, and Ghost in a Shell. There you go. All right. So organize them a little bit. I don't want to leave stuff unorganized. You guys know how it is. As you can see, I put stuff in alphabetical order. I don't want to leave stuff messy and then forget about it, because that would be I can actually stand back on the ground now, so a little bit safer, and I can see what's going on better. Hey Ali, how are you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, Ali. Good to see you, my friend. And Wojak, good to have you here as well, my friend. Awesome people in the chat. Good to see you, my friends, as we do the VR game room tour. It's a good way of putting it, actually. Good one. God of War there. Chains of Olympus. I believe that got a PS3 port as well. Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories, I think that has a PS2 port. Half Minute Hero, fantastic game, actually. Fantastic game. Infected, another really interesting game. I quite like that one. That's a shoot-'em-up game. Really fast-paced. Innocent Life, Futuristic Harvest Moon. This one's really interesting. KO Challenger, platformer. Key to Heaven, another RPG. Killzone Liberation, and Kingdom Hearts. Good stuff. So many great games on the PSP. It's really one of those systems that I do enjoy finding games for and checking them out. And have you guys check them out with me. Hey, I'm glad to hear you guys are doing well, my friends. Awesome to have you here. I'm glad you're doing well as well, Sam. Awesome. Who is the person on the shelf? That's the lead singer of Evanescence, Amy Lee. There you go. I had a lot of heavy metal magazine posters, and to be honest, I put a lot of posters up to cover blemishes in the wall. There you go. Lemmings there, and then we have Lord of Arcana. This is actually, I just picked this up, guys. So you'll see the pickups on another stream at some point. But I just picked this up. I put it away because I wanted everything away for the video. But I just got that, and it's a special edition as well. Had some extra stuff with it. Mac. This is a Modified Air Combat Heroes, I think. This is actually a pretty awesome game. I recommend checking it out. Medieval Resurrection. I think that's a remake of Medieval. Mega Man Maverick Hunter. Someone's hunting Maverick. Metal Gear Acid. Interesting take on the Metal Gear games, but those always were crazy games. Peace Walker Metal Gear Solid as well. Here's Midway Arcade Treasures Extended Play. That's got some unique games to it as well. That are not on the other collections. There's Mortal Kombat Unchained. It is Unchained. How about that? I got some special editions in this one. Yeah, the feeling it was Amy Lee, but not sure. Yeah, a lot of these posters are quite old as well, to be fair. From just when I had them, and then I just grabbed a load of posters and thought, this will cover up the wall. We have old magazines for Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. Not currently. I did have some old Amiga magazines, but I'm not sure where they went. I've got a lot of old comic books. I have a ton of old comic books. They're just all boxed up now at the moment. But I used to collect comic books, but storing them was pretty awkward. This is a special edition of MotorStorm Arctic Edge, or collector's edition, I should say. That's actually a pretty fun game, but I think it was also on the PS2. I could be wrong. There's a collection there of some great Namco games. Pac-Man as well, awesome. Puyo Pop Fever, I actually have that on PS2 now as well. And there's a Power Stone collection. great Dreamcast games there. PlayStation Network Collection, some fantastic games in there. Flow is absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, the Siphon Filter game does not work anymore because it can't connect to the internet. There's Prinny, Can I Really Be a Hero? I actually just got the Prinny 1 and 2 collection. I did an unboxing of that on the Switch. Pursuit Force, and then another Pursuit Force game. They're kind of like racing games where you also shoot around as well. Rengoku, kind of hack and slash game there as well. Hacking and slashing away. Yeah, okay, next up we have Resistance Retribution, another special edition. I think, I could be wrong, but I think you can use a PlayStation 3 controller on this if you connect it to PS3. I don't know, because it doesn't play great with the little nub on the PSP. Samurai Warriors. Sega Mega Drive Collection. There's a Sega Mega Drive Collection on anything. There's probably a Sega Mega Drive Collection in your fridge. So there you go. Silverfall, PC RPG D&D style, Space Invaders Evolution, Space Invaders Extreme. This game is awesome, by the way. Space Invaders Extreme, as gimmicky as it might be, is awesome. Star Ocean there, First Departure. Star Wars Battlefront. And actually, if you didn't see the word Star Wars there, you wouldn't really know what Star Wars. I guess there's Star Wars characters now. I get a better look at it. Star Wars Lethal Alliance, but it kind of looks like a like I don't know what it looks like. I don't know. You tell me. SWAT there, and we have Siphon Filter Dark Mirror and Siphon Filter Logan's Shadow. One of those games is uncensored on the PSP, but not on the PS2. That's why I got the PS2. Titan Legends Power Up, again, it has unique games that are not on the system version. Tekken, I want to say that's called Dark Resurrection. Yeah, it's Dark Resurrection. That's the PSP exclusive one. Tenchu, Time of Assassins, great game. Love those games. I like that you don't have to do stealth on them if you don't want to. You can just go stabby. The Legend of Heroes Trails of the Sky, another RPG. The Lord of the Rings Tactics. And then the Silent Hill Collection. Experience, I should say. Pretty cool. That's a UMD, but I kind of count it as a game. Because it kind of does game stuff. It's one of those like choose your fate kind of things. Excellent selection. Why, thank you. Down here we have Tony Hawk's what is this? Underground 2 Remix. And then I hope you guys can see there's not a lot of light here. I'll bring them up. Untold Legends. And Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins. This is a great game. Absolutely great. Try and keep these in order as well so I can put them back in order. And Untold Legends. That's the Warriors Code. Valkyrie Profile. And Warhammer 40k Squad Commander. Worms. I'll play Worms on anything. And then there's a WWE game. There you go. I love wrestling games. Alright. And then lastly, I just have a Nintendo rental case there for no reason. It just keeps them from falling over, or at least it should do. It should keep them from falling over, and then I evidently can't get them back where they should go. If I can, I'm just going to leave them on the floor. And then we'll deal with it. Stay on the floor! Happy birthday to the ground. Alright, that'll do for now. Alright, so I guess we're going to go over the PC games. And the PC, and then that leads into, I think, the 3DO and CDI. And then it'll go into the Dreamcast. Then the PS1. There's a lot of PS1. There is a lot of PS1, but PS1 is a great system, so that's why. But there is certainly a lot of PlayStation 1 there. And then that eventually goes into Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance boxed. Just boxed. So the unboxed stuff is elsewhere. I'll show that directly. In fact, it's just up. It's just up there, under the Atari stuff. And then lastly, we have DS and 3DS, and then a tiny amount of Vita, like a very tiny amount, so tiny. Alright, PC stuff. Cool games here. We got Age of Wonders. Love that game. I had the big box, lost it. Aquanox, Baldur's Gate 2. I hope I still have the big box for that. Command & Conquer, and Command & Conquer Red Alert. I will say that a lot of games. Not for big boxes. I might just have doubles here. Tiberian Sun there. Firestorm expansion. But for a lot of games, if they have collector's editions, I will take the disc out, like the case out, and put it on the shelf so I can get to them more easily. So you'll see things like that are collector's editions that will be on the shelf. Commandos there. Creatures. So for most of the time, it's not a double. Counter-Strike. There you go. Counter-Strike's a great game. We have a Discworld Noir. I love that game. One of the Discworld games. Point-and-click adventure. Ed Hunter, Iron Maiden CD and video game. Love it. Get Medieval. This is a clone of Gauntlet. Actually, a pretty good one. Pretty good. I bet nobody's heard of that, so there you go. GP, it's a random racing game. Another random racing game. Icewind Dale, I definitely have that in the box, that's probably a double. Kingdom Under Fire, Lands of Lore 3, Lords of Magic, and then Marbus, just missing the front of that. I had this in the big box, I don't know what happened to most of it, but I'm missing the front. It went, I don't know where it went, it just went somewhere. It went away. Oh. See, yeah, it's a big collection, but yeah, it's definitely run out of space. Magic Carpet 2, Power Lies and Corruption. I only have this because it has Dune 2 on it, which is one of my favourite strategy games, but it has some other good games on it. There's Nemesis. I keep saying that this might be one of my rarest games because I've never seen another copy of it. It's not like worth anything. It's a scrolling shooter, but it came free of a magazine. I've never seen another copy, like ever. So, Here's a very illegitimate version of Shock Troopers Second Squad, but I actually have that on the on one of the minis now, so I don't need that anymore really. Return of Kronda, there you go. Sin, it's a sin, and there's the expansion to Sin. Star Trek Borg, one of my favourite like live action video games. I'm a big fan of them. Guilty pleasure, like your kind of Night Trap thing. Only works on Windows 95. Yep, I remember that being an issue even back in the day. Starship Troopers, Stone Keep, Test Drive 4x4, Seventh Guest. Can't remember if I've got a different version of that as well. Some more PC games. Over here, we have Theme Hospital, great game, and Utopia, another great game. And then Worms, what is this? Reinforcements. I think that has expansion on it as well. And then XS. Do you think that game's excessive? Never mind. And then we have some TurboGrafx 16. This is, PC Engine. This is War of the Dead. Great game. I can play this on my Retro Freak. There's TurboGrafx 16. The only one I have in the case, Blazing Lasers. These come with like these weird plastic sleeves, because these are not discs, these are cartridges. If I can actually open it up with one hand, we'll see. There we go. These are cartridges. They would normally come with plastic sleeves over the cartridge, but I had to lose the plastic sleeves because they succumbed to degradation, unfortunately, over time, as do many things. So there you go. Now we're into CDI territory. Alien Gate, great shooter. CDI is not as bad as people say it is. Burn Cycle, Dimo's Quest, actually a really good game. Or Dymo's Quest, however you want to say it, actually a really good game. Golden Oldies 1, that has Guardian, which is I forget, and Invaders. I want to say it's Defender, the one where you fly and pick up people and shoot down bad guys. You know what? You guys know what I mean. Mad Dog McCree, and then Mutant Rampage Body Slam. This is actually a really good beat 'em up game with a full motion video in between. Okay, yeah, I mean it's as weird as it looks. Steel Machine, another great shoot 'em up game. Tetsuo Gaiden. I'm probably overselling the CDI here, but you know, guys, I like it. There's Seventh Guest. Yeah, I knew I had a different version of it that I could play without having to use a computer. TurboGrafx 16 is quality. It is indeed. I've got more loose hue cards for it, but those are the boxed ones. The Apprentice. This is a great platformer for the CDI. I think I had to buy this twice because I bought it once and it came with the wrong disc inside. There's Voyeur. Whoa! Now we're on to Freedio. Alone in the Dark. I have Alone in the Dark 1 and Alone in the Dark 2 for the CD. Sorry, Freedio. I also have Blonde Justice. So, you know, the system had everything. I got D though. I got the D. Yeah, this game is actually pretty expensive on other systems. Kind of like a survival horror game, point and click type deal. Gex, for 3DO, good version. There's an RPG, Powers Kingdom, and I also have Sex. Yep, that's a thing. So there you go. It says it's a video game. A Starblade. I know that one's going over with Sam. There's a Sherlock Holmes game there. There's a theme park. There's a Mega CD collection. The music is different on Golden Axe on this, I think. And they also removed the 2-player option, so I don't quite see the point of that collection. But there you go. We're on Mega CD now, which you guys might know as Sega CD elsewhere. Soulfeast. And there's a Final Fight CD, fantastic version of the game. I think I had to get 2 copies of this back in the day because one was dodgy. Sonic CD. And then we have Night Trap, the original version, on the Mega CD. The PAL version has worse picture quality. And there's our Time Gal, another great game, point and click type of thing, kind of like Dragon's Lair. There we go, got there eventually. Then we have our Saturn. This is the demo disc for Panzer Dragoon Saga that came out in the PAL region. The demo disc is actually the complete first disc of the game. So technically, for Panzer Dragoon Saga, I have the first disc. Here's the first disc. It's the real first disc, even though it's a demo. It's the whole first disc. So I've been able to play the first disc, and you guys know how expensive that game is. I want the game, but man, it's expensive. Oh boy. There's Virtual Cop 2. That came with a light gun as well. Then we move on to Dreamcast after that. Hey Fango, how you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Philips CGI is excellent stuff. It is indeed, for sure. There's some good games on there. It's an underrated system. I think it's one of the things that maybe like collectors are more into, because a lot of people, it probably slipped by them. We're on to Dreamcast now. Charge and Blast is a good run and gun game. Choo Choo Rocket is just a great game in general. EC Dub, Hardcore Revolution, EC Dub. Fighting Force 2, that's a beat 'em up game. Jet Set Radio, and then Fantasy Star Online. Love that game. This is the only thing I have the keyboard for. I've only ever used it to input my name on that game. Quake 3 Arena, Shadow Man. And then Shenmue. The weird thing about Shenmue in the PAL region is it got released like this, in this kind of double case. So you'd almost think if you saw these without the outer case that it's 2 copies of the game. But no, they did it like that. Instead of using like a dual case, like PlayStation did, they put it in 2 single cases. By the way, our cases are thicker over here because the manuals have extra languages in. That's why they're so thick in the UK. Thick. And there's Skies of Arcadia. Fantastic game. I want the GameCube version though, because it has the extra content on the disc. And if you're wondering about the box protectors, it's pretty much a random selection of what does and what doesn't have a box protector, because it's what I put in a box protector at the time that I had a box protector available is what will be in a box protector. There's Sonic Adventures, pretty cool game. I believe it's also on the GameCube, I could be wrong. Soul Calibur, Sword of the Berserk, Guts Rage. I love that game actually. The Nomad Soul. My Dreamcast, by the way, doesn't work. Whilst I'm talking about stuff that doesn't work, so my Dreamcast also doesn't work. I'm trying to get it fixed. Yeah, nothing works. Tomb Raider, the Last Revelation. This has some extra stuff on it that the regular other versions don't. Toy Commander. I was advised to get that game. Pretty cool game. Trickstyle. Unreal Tournament. This game is unreal, and it's unreally dirty as well. It needs some cleaning. There's Virtual Fighter Third, I don't know what it is. Zombie Revenge, great game. It's kind of like a beat 'em up as well, but it also has like shooter elements and survival horror elements. I can't talk. We move on to PlayStation 1. That's cool. Have it on download. Pretty sweet. On Switch. Yeah, Night Trap. Yeah, so I have the modern release. Hey, Jonah Monkey, how you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. I have the modern release of Night Trap, actually. It's on my special editions. Funny enough, actually, I think I have a PC version of it that's sealed. And if I remember, I will break the seal of that at the end of this video. But I'm going to be going through a lot of stuff, so we'll see if I remember. Onto the PlayStation 1, we have Alien Trilogy. Great trilogy of games there. Smash Court Tennis, Anna Kournikovas. There's a mode on this that's very Mario style, where you make the ball fiery. Ape Escape, great game. First game to use the analog controller sticks, if I remember correctly. Area 51, a light zapper game, fantastic one. Army Men Sarge's Heroes, pretty cool platformer. Assault, I just got this game, so I don't know what it's about, but I think it's some kind of shooter. I will show my pickups in a future stream. I just had to put them on the shelf for this so there won't be anything in the way, and I might step on it while I'm showing you everything. Asteroids. It's not as good as regular Asteroids. It's like a 3D version. Same game, but why would you play that when you could play the original? Batman Forever. Myself and the Jonah Monkey, who just joined the chat, we played this on the Danger Zone. It's a side-scrolling beat-em-up game. Pretty cool. Blast Radius, I can't remember what kind of game that is, I'm going to say shooter. We also did this, myself and Jonan, Blaze and Blade, cool RPG. I actually miss playing this. We should go revisit this again when we revisit some games. Blockbuster, it's a Breakout clone. Bomberman, it's a Bomberman game. Bomberman World, it's pretty cool. Breakout, another, well, this is Breakout. I was about to say it's a Breakout clone. It is Breakout, but it's 3D. It's not very good. It's not as good as regular Breakout. Here we have Bushido Blade, fighting game with swords. C12 Final Resistance, a shooting game. Colony Wars, and then all of the Colony Wars games, Red Sun and Vengeance. And then Command and Conquer. This disc needs cleaning, or it doesn't work. I can't remember. I tried to get it clean. I need to get that replaced. Crisis Beat. This is a 3D beat 'em up game. Really cool, actually. I need to do something with that game, like stream it at some point or something. Crusader, isometric shooter. Crusader's a Might and Magic role-playing game. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Next row we go on to. The tennis balls explode. Yeah, I'm all about the balls. Army Men was amazing. Yeah, there are lots of good games, actually. Lots of good games. Yeah, we have to beat that owlbear. It's poetic justice that owlbear destroyed me. Poetic justice. I shan't spoil where we're going to go in the D&D world as well. But more D&D videos are coming. They just take time to edit, is the only thing. But more are coming. We've got Danger Girl here. Oh my goodness. I remember this game has like a really awkward, if I can open this with one hand, it has a really, well, you know what, I say that because, you know, the whole thing is broken. I remember it has a really awkward disc. There we go. Yeah, I remember this. So this is what the disc looks like. It's not like it's a lewd game either. It's just weird. Based on a comic book. Alright, let me go try and put this back together, because it is actually, I didn't realise when I pulled it out that it was actually broken. There we go. Alright, that'll do. Okay, we'll fix that at some other point. Maybe I should leave it out as well so I can pull the other games out, because they're tightly stuck in there. And it totally just dropped on the floor. Descent 2. Die Hard Trilogy, fantastic game, because There's a light zapper game in there, there's a racing game in there, and there's a third-person shooter game in there as well. Die 22, Viva Las Vegas. More of the same, but not as good. Dino Crisis, great survival horror game. Dino Crisis 2, the sequel, I only just picked that up, actually. Disruptor, this is by Interplay, and it is a Doom clone. Actually pretty good. Driver 2, and Duke Nukem Land of the Babes. So Duke Nukem game, go figure. Alright, whilst we're looking at that, I'm going to pick up that game that fell on the floor. The Vectrix. The Vectrix is a fantastic system, actually, as well. Dino Crisis, yeah. Eventually they will remake that. Gotta go pick up what fell on the floor. Hopefully the disc didn't get scratched. Let me have a look at this. Is it alright? Seems fine. I mean, yeah, whatever. Whatever. I mean, this is what happens when you are live and you're doing it through a camera setup like this, which is not ideal, but I digress. This is why when I did the previous one of these I said, I am never doing this like this again. And here I am doing it again. But, you know, I love you guys, so I will treat you to the entertainment. Alright. Okay, more PlayStation 1. Guys, with the fighting game with the Final Fantasy VII characters in it. Eliminator, which is some sort of space shooter game. Yeah, I can't remember much about this one. Everybody's Golf. It's a golf game, but it's for everybody. Evil Zone. I remember having this back in the day. It's a weird fighting game. It's really weird. Excalibur. This is a third-person like platformer, but the character is changed in the PAL version. I think she's like wearing less in the American version. I can't remember. Extreme Ghostbusters. This might be the worst Light Zapper game I own. This game is really, really bad. Fear Effect. This game is really good. Survival horror. Pretty cool. Love it. Fear Effect 2. More of the same. And then over here we have Fighter Maker, which is a fighting game where you can make your own character. Final Fantasy Anthology, which is a couple of Final Fantasy games together there. I think the American version of that has different games or soundtrack in it or something. Final Fantasy, more Final Fantasy. I think there's 6. Final Fantasy 7. And then Final Fantasy 8. There you go. And then Final Fantasy 9. I mean, of course, my favourite of the bunch is 7. My 7 is Platinum. It's ugly, but, you know, I want to get a black box version at some point. Future Racer. It's like a racing game, but in the future. Gauntlet. It's just Gauntlet with 3D. G-Police. Pretty cool game. Another G-Police game. And then Grand Theft Auto Collection. Where it says a bunch of them, and I think it has London in there as well. And there's London as well, just because. And then Gran Turismo. And then Grudge Warriors. And then Hard Edge. This game is known as San Vienne. No, it's not called San Vienne. It's called something. I was thinking there's a game called Shooter San Vienne. I got mistaken. It's got a completely different name that I can't remember. I don't know. I don't want to drop it, so pull it back. But it has a different name. I can't remember what the name is. But it's a cool game. It's like Resident Evil style. Like, pretty cool. I don't remember what it's called though. There you go. Some more PlayStation 1 games is there. I need a GoPro. I don't know. I was bound to drop something. Like, last time, to be fair, last time I did this, I nearly fell myself, and that was the main reason I was like, I shouldn't do this again, because I nearly fell over. And that would be a really awkward end to a stream. Like, I've fallen and can't get up. But yeah, that was the main thing that made me think maybe I shouldn't do this again. But I was like, I can't think of another way to do a game room tour live. It's just, I just do it like this again. More PlayStation 1 stuff. Heart of Darkness, Hybrid. This is a first-person shooter. I think it might be a PAL release only. Pocket Price Minus as well. You see a bunch of them. In Cold Blood. Another kind of Resident Evil style game. Jade Cocoon. This is kind of like Pokemon meets Final Fantasy, which doesn't quite make sense, I realise, because Pokemon is a turn-based RPG, but you get my drift. It's got more sort of Final Fantasy elements to it, if you will. At least I think so. Kensai, Sacred Fist. Kudelka. Now, before you guys get really excited, the PAL version of this game is like £30. The American version is something like 300 or whatever, but the PAL version is really cheap. Awesome survival horror RPG. Cool game, but in PAL it's not expensive. Soul Reaver with a cool reflective cover. Life Force Kenka. There you go. I think this game is terrible. Can't remember though. My memory's pretty bad. We covered this at the start of the video. Loaded. And then Lone Soldier. This game is a run and gun shooter and it's really bad. I remember testing this on a PlayStation Slim. And the next game I put in, the PlayStation Slim ate up, like destroyed. Like I dropped the game earlier and possibly destroyed it. And I remember thinking, why didn't it break this game? This game is terrible. Lou, the Final Curse, a cool point and click adventure. Magical Drop 3, a fantastic puzzle game. Fantastic. Martian Gothic. I think this is a survival horror. Metal Gear Solid, you guys will be very familiar with this game. Metal Gear Solid Special Missions. I get a lot of people asking me to play this, but you know, I think the music, unfortunately, on YouTube will be a no-go. Micro Maniacs, a cool racing game with Micro Machine style characters. Mobile Light Force. I can't remember the name of this. I'm going to say Castle Shikigami, but it's probably wrong. But this is not what this game actually is. This is like they made up a different cover for this. You'll see it on the PS2. They did the exact same thing with Mobile Light Force 2, but it's a different game. But I can't remember the name of it. There's Moho. One of them is that anyway. One of them is Castle Shikigami. N2O, ODT, Oddworld. Great game as well. Overboard. Friend persuaded me to get that. Pretty cool. Parasite Eve 2. Parasite Eve 1 never came out over here in the UK, unfortunately. Pax Corpus. Can't remember anything about that. Pitfall 3D. Has the voice of Ash from Evil Dead in this, playing Pitfall Harry. Pretty cool. Prism Land. This is a Breakout style game as well. Cyberdeck. It's like a kind of platformer, but, you know, almost Tony Hawk style. Psychic Force, a fighting game. Rayman and Rayman 2. And, of course, my friends, Resident Evil. This is my original one, the Platinum one. I ended up getting the Director's Cut shortly afterwards. The Director's Cut is vastly superior. And, yeah, we didn't get, like, the DualShock version over here in the UK, so those are both versions we got. Resident Evil 2, fantastic game. Absolutely amazing. One of my favourite games of all time. Resident Evil 3, another fantastic game. They both got remakes as well. Hashtag understatement. Hey, appreciate you guys being here. I love you guys. Thanks for being with me as well, because I am just a crazy guy talking about games right now, and I appreciate you guys being with me as well. Apocalypse with Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis was a good guy. Something Jill sandwich. I know, right? Resident Evil Survivor. I honestly think this game is severely underrated, but I just have a big... You know, I bought this when it came out. I played it with a Light Zapper. It was not Light Zapper compatible in America, which is probably why a bunch of people don't like it. You have to play it with a regular controller. But I like this game, so I don't care what anyone says. It's really quick. It's really short, actually. I'm going to not put that where I put the other game, because it fell off. Riven, the sequel to Myst. Says it all, I think. Ronin Blade. Cool game. There's San Vien. Called Shooter San Vien overseas. Shadow Gunner, a mech battle game. Shaolin. This is actually a really interesting, like, fighting game. It's more of an RPG. I need to get back to that at some point. Shoot. This is really cool, actually. They're kind of like, what's the word? Like just shoot 'em up games, but you stay in one fixed place. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Silent Bomber, fantastic game. I got that for like £2 in a pawn shop. Pretty sweet. PAWN. Alright, let's put Resident Evil back as well. And then, of course, one of the best survival horror games as well. One of my favourites, Silent Hill. In a box protector as well, because it's actually fairly expensive these days. Space Debris. I can't remember if this is the game I'm thinking of, but this is actually really cool. Space shooter. Star Wars Masters of Terras Kasai. Interesting fighting game from Star Wars. Star Sweep, another puzzle game. You guys know I love puzzle games. Strikers of 1945 2. Syndicate Wars. I think this is a space shooter. Siphon Filter 1, a great stealth game. You guys know I'm not great with stealth, but I do love these games. Siphon Filter 2 as well. Both absolutely fantastic games. Absolutely fantastic. We move on to Tekken, another great game series. There's the first Tekken as well. Now, if I can open this up with one hand as well. There we go. Yeah, it's in a really bizarre case. But there you go. Close that up. And Tekken 2, I'm going to leave it out actually, because I'm just going to damage it, putting it back in. Tekken 2, I believe for no particular reason, if I can open this with one hand as well. We shall see. Yeah, for no particular reason, characters are in bikinis on the... I mean, yeah, it's a fighting game. I don't get it. But there you go. That's a thing. And then Tekken 3. Fantastic. This is the one with Tekken Force mode in it, which is like the side-scrolling beat-em-up. They should have kept that going. A couple of W7 games there. Tenchu, Stealth Assassins. Tenchu 2, the second of the Tenchus. Tennis Arena. I remember I bought this because I thought it was a tennis RPG. It's actually on TurboGrafx. There's Alundra. Fantastic game. This is fully complete as well with all of the little extras. All of the little extras are in there, guys, which is really cool because they're hard to get your hands on. They're pretty hard. And you guys know I like it hard. And all of those euphemisms. Alright, so over here, can I even get these out? Alright, I've tucked these in a bit. So, okay, I'll take out Time Crisis. There's Time Crisis. Awesome Light Zapper game. Fantastic game. Absolutely love it. But I need to take that out to take the rest of these out because they're all too tall for this space. We've got the Hunter. That's an RPG, but it's like randomized. Time Commando. That is not great. And then more Time Crisis. Project Titan. And then we have Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation. It's not as good as the Dreamcast version. Then Tunguska. And then Ubix, which is actually kind of Blade Runner inspired. Urban Chaos, and Vagrant Story. Great RPG there as well. Alright, now let me get Time Crisis back where it needs to be. Phrasing. All the phrasings. Alright, over here we have the last of the PlayStation 1 with Wild 9. A Wild platformer. Wild Arms, all the Wild games. This is a great RPG, by the way, if you haven't played it. Worms Pinball. WWF SmackDown wrestling game. WWF SmackDown 2. And X2, which is a scrolling shooter. I believe this disc does not work properly, so it needs something done to it again. Alright, on to Game Boy. We have Donkey Kong Land 3 in the box. My Game Boy loose cartridges are elsewhere. Kirby's Pinball Land. I had this forever as well, actually. Mystic Quest, I was finally able to complete this with the box. Very happy about that. Actually, part of the Mana series, if I remember correctly. Has the same name over here as our Final Fantasy Adventures, which is actually called Mystic Quest on a Super Nintendo, which is a Final Fantasy game. Tetris, gotta have Tetris. I found it in the box really cheap at one point. And that's the wrong way up. Game & Watch Gallery 2. Some of my favourite games on the Game Boy, just because you can really get some quick enjoyment out of this. That's really fun. And, another one the wrong way up. Heroes of Might and Magic. And there's Santa Claus Jr. That's actually going to be my November supporter exclusive video. So Xmas themed, winter themed I should say. Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. And Wario Land 3. Great game as well. And then this one is my current supporter exclusive video. WWF Betrayal, side-scrolling WWF beat-em-up game. But of course you have access to all of them if you are a supporter through Patreon or YouTube channel membership. And there's Yoda Stories. This game I had back in the day. Hey Dale, welcome. Picked up the Xbox One. It's a good system. Good system. Advance Wars for the Game Boy Advance. Black Belt Challenge. And Castlevania. I did that sticker damage there. It makes me mad, but that's my fault. I did that. I own it. Columns Crown. Great puzzle game. Crash Bandicoot XS. I believe that's called The Great Adventure overseas, but I could be wrong. And may well be. X vs. Sever. Ballistic. Actually not a bad game. Lady Seer. I think I actually dented the box on this as well. So yeah, I do some nasties to my own stuff. Mario Golf Advanced Tour. Role-playing golf. Connects to the GameCube version somehow, I think. Metal Slug Advance. And they were on the Pokemon Fire Red. These are ones I managed to keep in the box. I also have the little extra, whatever it is, the wireless adapter for a multiplayer on there. And there's a Sapphire version. There's Shining Force Resurrection of Dark Dragon. It's like a remake of Shining Force. And another remake of Shining Force, Shining Soul. Love the Shining games though. I got both of those together from Biggie's Games and TVs. Sigma Star Saga. It's like half role-playing game, half shoot 'em up. And then Spyro Season of Ice. Then here we have Tales of Phantasia. Great game. And then so it's going to beat 'em up X-Men, Reign of Apocalypse. This is like one of only a few games that don't work on my Retro Freak. It works, just no sound. There's The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past and Four Swords. Had that forever, it's awesome. And then DS stuff. And actually, Jonan hooked me up with this one recently, Ace Attorney. And then we have Dragon Quest. Final Fantasy 3. And then Final Fantasy 4. Final Fantasy 7 Revenant Wings. Oh, there we go. No, XII. Final Fantasy something. Alright, Final Fantasy Rings of Fate. Final Fantasy Chocobo Tales. Oh. Final Fantasy Tactics A2. Okay, lots of Final Fantasies. And then Final Fantasy The Four Heroes of Light. There's Chrono Trigger. We didn't get this on the Super Nintendo over here, so this was my first experience of it. Dead and Furious. This is played with the little touch, the little what do you call it, the stylus. You just touch the zombies to get them. 12. There you go. Yeah, the X is 10. Aye. Azuna, the Legend of the Ninja. Lunar Genesis. Magical Star Sign. Jordan helped me out with this as well. RPG, pretty cool. Mystery Dungeon. Pokemon, another one Jordan helped me out with. Spores of Time. Resident Evil Deadly Silence. This is Resident Evil 1, but it's got some stylus controls on it as well. I think it also has randomization. So, like, this would be a really good one to do with the right way to, do it. Sonic Chronicles. And Sonic Rush. But actually, guys, I picked up another... because I recently did an unboxing. There's Star Fox Command. Actually, I recently did an unboxing using this camera I'm using right now, Super Princess Peach. But I used a tripod at the time, and it was really, really awkward. Tetris DS. But I picked up a different way to do that. So I've got the... there's Zelda Phantom Hourglass. Great game, actually. Uses the stylus, so does Spirit Tracks. I got a different kind of thing to hold it. There's a Yu-Gi-Oh game. So hopefully when I get to unbox the Game & Watch that's coming out, it'll be a little smoother. Codename Steam, because I'll do it the same way. Dead or Alive Dimensions, kick in the air. Kick that air. There you go. Legend of the Unemployed Ninja. Yeah, I think it does have a different name. You are correct. Detective Pikachu. Do you want to help me out with that as well? Fire Emblem Awakening. And then Fire Emblem Echoes. That was the unboxing I just did with the tripod. It's a little bit of a wreck, kind of like this. And then the Fire Emblem Fates. This is the special edition that has all 3 games on it. Pokemon Y. Why? Because it's there. Pokemon Omega Ruby. Pokemon Sun. I don't have the new version of Sun. Samurai Warriors Chronicles. And then there's Senran Kagura Burst. Now this game, it's the next one. So this game, one scroll, okay? Actually, I think that the back of this is even worse, but I digress. The collector's edition art cards, which I have here, which I might as well go through them. These are the collector's edition art cards for the Senran Kagura. Pretty cool. They're a bit weird. Not sure what to make of them, but they're there. But the next game, it is stupendously expensive, and I don't know why. So, the first game, 1 scroll, right? The second one, 2 scrolls. Now, if you're thinking this game is really expensive everywhere, you'd be wrong, because in America, this game is only like $30, right? But over here, this is like £250 for this game, and I don't know why. I will say that it's about £250 without the pre-order art cards that I have. So I don't know how much this is worth. I need to get box protector for it, that's for sure. But it is an expensive video game, my friends. I did not pick it up for anywhere near that amount. And it has skyrocketed. So there you go. Probably localization or whatever, but I don't know. It's crazy expensive. Not those covers again. There you go. Devil Survivor 2. Spirit Camera. This is a Project Zero / Fatal Frame game. Star Fox 64 3D. The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. The Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask 3D. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time 3D. I love these games. I actually need to get the Mario 64 3D. Zelda Triforce Heroes. Yokai Watch and Yokai Watch 2. I did get these, Sam said earlier about getting stuff from Argos. I got these from Argos real cheap. That's why I picked those up. And then finally, a very, very tiny selection of Vita games. So we have, in total, one of them fell on the floor, Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate. This is also on the 3DS, I think, but I wanted to play it on the PlayStation TV. And then we also have Sorcery Saga, Curse of the Great Curry God. It's an RPG. And Soldner X2, Final Prototype. I believe there's a complete edition of this that's come out for consoles now as well. Alright, let's check out the next shelf. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, it's going to come down to the bottom here where the PC stuff is. So, up top right here, we have, I think my one Vectrix cartridge, which is Berserk. So I'm not sure if this just doesn't work. Wait, is it this way up? There we go. I'm not sure if this just doesn't work, or if my Vectrix doesn't read cartridges, but it's one of those. I haven't picked up another cartridge because I don't know if it's my system or if it's the cartridge, but I should probably pick up another cartridge to test it. Here are my Atari 2600 games. There's actually one of my favorites. You can see I wrote a label for Galaxian on there. Mario Bros. On the 2600. That's the arcade style game. Love that. I'll give you a look at these because I can't quite reach them and put them back reliably. But there's some great games here. Lunar Blast is fantastic. Some fantastic games. Some of them are missing labels. Some of them are actually repeats. Some of these are from my folks overseas. So some of these are American, some of these are PAL. There's my TurboGrafx games. Hey, so I'll try and show you these real quick. Let's have a look at these. Alright, so we have Alien Crush. This one is yellowed. I don't know why this is yellowed, but this was in that weird plastic that I mentioned. They all had plastic sleeves, and I kept this one in the longest. All of those plastic sleeves got really sticky, so I think this just yellowed because of that. It's the only one that has yellowed at this point. Galaga 90. Fantastic game. I think this is called Galaga 87 or something like that overseas. Next one is Crater Maze. A maze style game. Very Bomberman style, if you will. JJ and Jeff. This is a weird game. It's really weird. There's no other way to put it. It's just weird. But it's cool as a platformer. Legendary Axe. This is a Golden Axe clone. There you go. And Vigilante, another beat 'em up game. That is on other systems as well. And those are my TurboGrafx games. Do I have any PC Engine games? I have one. The only one you have is Splathouse. That's a good one to have. I want that one. The only one I have, I showed it off earlier. It's I have it in the case still, and it's the War of the Dead. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, let me put these back. Always try to. All right, and then the rest of these. My goodness, how am I going to show these correctly? I'll give it my best shot. So we have regular Game Boy games here, or they should be regular Game Boy games. We have a multi-game cartridge here, very legitimate. That'll be on the next pickup video, I think. I just can't figure out how to record it right now. There's a Japanese Double Dragon. Love the cover art on that one. And then I guess I'll go over these cartridges first. These are in no order, by the way, guys. Because I think I just shoved these on the shelf. So these are in no order whatsoever. We have the Game Boy Gallery. This is the first Game Boy Gallery. I don't think this came out overseas. And the main character is being replaced by a kind of generic character. And that's on my most recent pickup video, I think. So there's that. And there's Popeye 2, again, most recent. That's probably why these are here, because these are on my most recent pickup video. The Humans. Probably why they're not in cases either. Tetris 2. And Double Dragon. Yeah, these are in no order whatsoever, guys. Next up we have 007. Pretty cool game. And Defender and Joust arcade 2-pack. And Bomberman Game Boy. Faded label, but still works. And Revenge of the Gator. Pinball game. Alleyway. Breakout clone. But with Mario on it. And Dr. Mario, speak of the devil. And Tetris Attack. Pretty cool game. Pretty cool. And Choplifter 2. Only came out on the Game Boy, I think. I think it only came out on the Game Boy. True Lies. Game Boy version. Top-down shooter. Golf. Game Boy version. Again. And DuckTales. Game Boy version again. And then over here we have Legend. This is a Japanese RPG. There you go. Alright, and since these are in any order, I can put them back in any order. Because I say I can, that's why. What of it? Anyway, they're going to go back in any random order, and I will alphabetize them at some point. Alright, so these ones are in cases, and that is Zelda DX, Link's Awakening. Jonan hooked me up with this, actually. Awesome game. We streamed it. Dyna Blaster, that's like a Bomberman style game. There we go, got there eventually. Donkey Kong, this has some fantastic Game Boy Player enhancements to it, where it looks fantastic, full colour as well. Nemesis, a shooter game, fantastic as well. Gremlins 2, great game. Fortress of Fear, there you go. Metroid 2, again, full colour if you play this on the Game Boy Player. Space Invaders, if you play this on the Game Boy Player, you get a 16-bit version of the game. Pretty amazing. Super Mario Land, fantastic game. Very easy, but fantastic. A absolute great. I need to put these in some sort of order. I don't mind picking up these games loose, because they're pretty big. Then over here we have Mario and Yoshi, puzzle game, I think it's called Yoshi Overseas. Bubble Bobble, fantastic game. Missile Command and Asteroids, arcade collection. Kirby's Dream Land, great game. I think I had the box set but lost it, I can't remember. Fortified Zone, cool game. Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins, as you can see they're in no order whatsoever. And these are repros. Lufia, you can really tell because of the way they look. Shantae, because that shouldn't look like that. Actually, guys, I have the limited run version of Shantae coming. So even though that is a new version of the cartridge, I will have a totally legit version of this game. So I got all these together because I really wanted to play this game. I really wanted to play Magical Chase, which is very expensive as well. So if I can get a copy of Magical Chase, it's a very expensive game, side-scrolling shooter, shoot-em-up game, shmup. If I can get a copy of this, then I can get rid of the repros and have all these legit, which would be nice. But just can't get my hands on them. But I will be able to get my hands on, and I have coming, Shantae on the Game Boy Color. So excited about that. Very excited about it. Bubble Bobble is amazing. It is indeed. The memories. Yeah, there's so many fun games on the Game Boy. It's an absolutely fantastic game system. Just bought a Mega Drive cartridge that has 1,000 games. I mean, each to their own. So yeah, Game Boy. Color. There we go. It's a color. Oh no, wait. I should do these ones first. These are ones that will play on both of them. So we have Gex. We have Turok 2. And we have Quest to Camelot. And we have what is this? Reservoir Rat. I think it's just called Rats Overseas. And Bomberman. I think this is an RPG style Bomberman, but I could be wrong. There's many Bomberman games. R-Type DX. And Tetris DX. There you go. Alright. I'm going to try to put these in a place where I'm not going to knock everything over as I go. Okay, so I guess I should do these ones I pointed out earlier. Cannon Fodder. And what is this? Tonic Trouble. And then Power Rangers Rescue. It's actually pretty fun. And then these are Pokemon games, I think. Pokemon Silver. And then Red and Blue. I no longer have the boxes for these, but these are my original Red and Blue. So I'm happy about those. Try and get them out of the way. There's more Game Boy Color over there as well. Alright, so for Game Boy Color we have Perfect Dark. And oh, these are all in different positions. Rayman. Oh, Resident Evil Gaiden, fantastic game. I streamed this. One of the more uncommon Resident Evil games for sure. I'm just going to turn these all to the side, I think, and then show them that way. Yeah. Paperboy. Turok 3. Resident Evil, Oracle of, Ages. Jonan hooked me up with that, as well as Seasons, which should be around here somewhere. Tetris Challenge, Magical Tetris Challenge. There's Seasons. I need to get protectors for those. And lastly, we have the Ninja, fantastic game as well. I love that game actually. Alright, let me try and put these back so that I'm not making a mess. Clean up your place. But yeah, of course you can get you know, multi-game cartridges. I like to get the actual cartridge for sure. For sure, there's lots of different ways of doing stuff. To each their own. Huh. Alright, so let me go ahead and put these back. It's also a game room tidy. But I know if I don't put these back, everything's going to fall. I mean, everything's already fallen over. But if I don't put them back, everything's going to go crazy. There we go. Alright. There is a bunch of Game Boy Advance games here, so I guess I'll do these ones in the cases first. We have Metroid Zero Mission. There you go. Game & Watch Advance. That's fantastic, by the way, guys. Fantastic. Star X. And I will also say that, like, the multi game cartridges are actually pretty useful for if you do have a big collection. That you can save sort of wear and tear on cartridges. I use the Retro Freak, and I install my games onto that so I can avoid plugging the cartridges in and out. Breath of Fire there as well. Konami's Crazy Racers was the previous game as well. That was a good game. Good game as well. Hey, good night, Jonah, and thanks for dropping by, my friend, and I will catch you next time. A lot of American games that never came out. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's really hard to get hold of. Like, I jumped through some serious loops to play to play Project 04. I had to get the disc from Japan, then I had to get an American Wii to play it. I had to jump through a lot of hoops to play that game. Golden Sun, Phalanx, and then this last one here is Mario and Donkey Kong. It's actually a really cool game. I'm going to put those, I don't know, put them there. Alright. No, I don't want to jinx it, guys, but I haven't dropped any cartridges yet. But, you know, there's still time. Alright, so let me try and show these. Oh, no, they all fell instantly. Okay. Alright, well, never mind. We'll sort that out as we go. Ultimate Spider-Man. Yu-Gi-Oh! And Banjo-Kazooie. And Dungeons & Dragons Eye of the Beholder. And Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. That's actually not as bad as you think it would be on the Game Boy. Serious Sam Advance. That is as bad as you think it would be. It's really, really pixelated. King Kong. Not Donkey Kong. Banjo Pilot. Mario Kart Clone. Like Crazy Racers is. Wario Land 4. But Crazy Racers is really good. So is Mario Kart, to be fair. Banjo Kart. Final Fight 1. And then this last one's Spider-Man as well. And then you've got a couple of Pokemon games here. Got Pokemon Ruby. And then Pokemon, where's it? Leaf Green. Alright. Now, can I get these back where they came from? Probably not. Maybe I should just sort of admit defeat and just sort of stack them up. And then deal with that later. Seems like what I'm going to have to do. Admit defeat. I admit defeat. Alright, so over here we have the PC games. And you will see a couple of amiibos here. I have started collecting amiibos. Yeah, that is something that's happened, and there's a whole thing to fall in as well. But you got some PC games here. For the Amiga, we have Pushover. I think it's called Pushover. Yeah, Pushover. There is a Heatwave box set here, which is pretty cool. Bunch of different games in there for the Commodore. These are in no particular order, guys, as well, I have to say. Like, I just sort of put stuff where there's space to put them. There is ICUPS, which is a Commodore game as well. That lives there. And then over here, I think this is a Spectrum game. Yeah, Legend of the Amazon Women. Alright, and behind the amiibos are going to have to move aside for a moment. We have Platoon, Vixen here. The cover art for this was very controversial when it came out. It also came with a poster as well. I don't have the poster, unfortunately. Oh no, I'm not going to fit it back in. There is Bart vs. Space Mutants Amiga as well. That also came from a magazine, so did Pushover. We try and get Vixen back in. There we go. Oh my god, I forgot about this. I also have Top Shots Poker. There we go. I'm just gonna say poker. We'll just move on past that. Captain Dynamo. Gemini Wing here as well. Great game. Great game. Lots of different versions of that. Xenon as well here. Z Out. Many of these are Amiga games on this shelf here, including Blood Witch. There we go. RPG. I also have the coveted expansion pack for this as well. Cybernator 2 and the Synapse. Alright, I guess I can put the amiibos back now. Cloud and Ganon can return to their spots. Very cool looking amiibos as well. Box Atari ST with loads of games. Nice. Yeah, I think so. I think someone gave me a bunch of Spectrum games. I still don't have a Spectrum because I was a Commodore kid, but I definitely want to grab some. I love these amiibos. Cloud's really cool. Ganon's really cool. I got the Fire Emblem ones over here as well. From Alma Celia. They're actually in front of the games I need to show. So we have the Blair Witch limited edition triple pack. Now I did a review video of this recently for Halloween. You guys need to check it out. It's a horror video. It's really fun. It took forever to make. If you haven't checked it out, check out my review of the Blair Witch limited edition triple pack. There's Breed here as well. This is a first person game. Dawn of War. Warhammer game. I think that needs Steam to work. I could be wrong. Alright, down here. I also featured Nocturne actually in that video. So I'll put that aside. So I can show off the other things. But Nocturne is a cool game. I haven't played it yet, but I can't wait to. Over here we have some limited edition cards for Icewind Dale 2, the bonus disc. These amiibos are new. I haven't shown these off yet. But I will do soon. I just picked these up like pretty much very recently. We have a big game pack here. Then we have Guild. Then Heroes 5 of Might and Magic. Icewind Dale. Exile. Neverwinter Nights. The deluxe edition, which has all of the extras on it. Very cool. Very cool. Love Neverwinter Nights. Fantastic game. Good to have all the extras on there. All of the extras on the disc. Devastation, which I just picked up. Doom 3 on the PC. Rise and Fall of Civilization. Totally role-playing games that has Icewind Dale and other games on it as well. Rollercoaster Tycoon 2, Gold Edition of Titan Quest, and Silver Earring, Sherlock Holmes game, and then the Elemental Evil, another RPG game as well. C64 is the best. Yeah, I love that. I love the C64. My one still works, but certainly playing the cassettes is kind of difficult. So having another way to do that would be really good. Alright, down here we have The Witcher Platinum Edition. Cool game. Two Worlds here as well. And then Baldur's Gate. These are my big books. Many of these survived water damage that happened to my game room. Some of them didn't, unfortunately. I'm still looking for Icewind Dale 2 with the bonus disc and the map and all that stuff. Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows of Arman. Yeah, unfortunately that didn't survive the water damage. Dungeon Keeper, I got that at a charity shop, I think, for real cheap. Pool of Radiance, Collector's Edition. It has a miniature side as well. Populous, big box. The Battles, Stephen King's F-13. This was last Halloween special. Again, you might want to check that out as well, especially if you want to check out my new Halloween special. And then Icewind Dale. Like I said, I have Icewind Dale, but not Icewind Dale 2 big box. I had the big box. I think I got it from PC World. And I got it with loads of extras. But unfortunately, no, I don't possess them anymore. Master of Orion 2. Night Trap. This is boxed. Interesting. I'll tell you what, guys. If I remember, I'll break the seal of this, because there's no point in having a seal game. I'll break the seal of that at the end of the video. Nihilist. I got this from a shop in Penzance that no longer trades, unfortunately. And yeah, they also had I can't remember, Diablo, I think it was. They had like a shareware in the big box, but I didn't pick it up. I regret it because they ceased trading not long after that. Here's another game that I've had forever. I've actually had this forever. I think I picked it up at a bargain bin, like way back in maybe PC World. It's also sealed. You know what? I'm going to open that again. I'll open it at the end of the video. There you go. If I remember. Star Trek game. Tomb Raider. The Tomb Raider on the PC has extra content. There's a air combat game, Ultra Fighters. And there's Vancers. Then here's a couple of special editions I just didn't have anywhere to put. Blaz Blue and Galgun Double Piece. Just didn't really have anywhere to put them, so they're living there at this moment, but they could well move somewhere else in the future. Here's Resident Evil 2 on the Game.com. I have streamed this game. I actually did have to use emulation to do that. Yeah, this game is yeah. I mean, you can see my reaction for it when I did it. Couple of boxed Atari games here. There is Defender. And there is Midnight Magic. And then there's big box, I should say, 3DO games, including Demolition Man, the Gunslinger Collection, even though this one doesn't want to get back in its place. The Gunslinger Collection includes Mad Dog McCree, Mad Dog 2, and Crime Patrol. I don't have a light gun for that system, though, unfortunately. Sewer Shark. Pretend it's a game. There's Night Trap. One of the better versions of that. The 3DO version had a better quality video. There's Supreme Warrior as well. Again, better quality video. There's a couple of Sega Saturn games here. Robotica. Shining Wisdom. And Virtual Fighter 2. And then I have some random... Well, I actually do have some more. There's Xmas Nights. And for some reason, I have Super Mario Galaxy 2 bonus disc there. And Nights into Dreams. I just didn't have anywhere to put them. So that's where they are right now. And I have a couple of special editions here because I just don't have anywhere to put them. Cosmic Star Heroine, Wonder Boy, Returns of Dragon Trap, Use Origin. And it was mentioned earlier in the video, Night Trap. I do have the PS4 version. There you go, there's the PS4 version. I did an unboxing on many of these as well. So you can see those unboxings on my channel, including Night Trap. Did an unboxing of that. And I live streamed it as well, although I didn't manage to save everybody. Then underneath that, we have some cassettes. When you have a 3DO, you love Demolition Man. It's a very interesting game. It's like half fighter game and half zapper game. It's very interesting. Alright, so I'll try and show you these cassette games. It's very dark down here, and that's not a metaphor. It's just very dark. So yeah, bunch of Commodore games. You know, it might be easier if I just did this with the other webcam because it's so dark down here. Or yeah, I'll just do it like that. That seems way easier. I'll pull them out, and I'll show them off like that real quick. Yeah, that makes more sense. I will show them off in that way. I'll just pull them up and bring them out for you guys. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab them. Switch over to the other webcam. Hopefully everything's still working as well. Appreciate you guys sticking with me as well for this video because it's been pretty crazy, right? Okay, so let's go over to the full screen webcam. Alright, let's do it. Okay, so let me get the camera angle back to a reasonable camera angle. Okay, my friends, let me go ahead and grab the games and bring them out for you because I can't think of any other way that I can show you these in the light. So I have Insanity Fight. Most of these are going to be Commodore 64. The Last Mission, Storm Warrior, Savage. I remember this has awesome music. Savage. Alright. Big stack of Commodore games. Try not to drop any whilst I'm doing it as well. Okay, so we have Arcadia, 'n', 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 'n' Chiller, Crazy Comets, Creatures, Defenders of Earth, and another stack. Try and keep these in reasonable stacks so I can put them back in some sort of order when it comes to it. Energy Warrior, Gapless is the sequel to Gallagher, if I remember correctly. Gemini Wing, Ghostbusters. This has the greatest loading game in the world on it, which is Invader Load. Love that music, absolutely love it. And then Gladiators. Then Ice Palace. Alright. Next stack is Laser Force, Amazon Women, Legend of the Amazon Women, I should say, Leviathan, isometric shooter. Hey, appreciate you guys sticking around, my friends. Mad Nurse. This game is like you have to go to the cots kind of levels, almost Donkey Kong style, if I remember correctly, and like protect the young'uns. Moon Crester, shoot 'em up game. One Man and His Droid. This is where the music from Invader Load came from. Fantastic music. Renegade. I remember when I picked this up, I thought that I didn't know that it was also on like the Master System, so I'm gonna grab the Master System copy at some point. Alright. And we also have She Vampires. I believe this game is based on the Rocky Horror Picture Show, if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly. I might not remember correctly. Sidewinder 2. Love the Running Man. Yeah, Commodore 64 has some good games. Silkworm, this has awesome intro music as well. That's the Mastertronic Plus range. They were sold in newsagents really cheap. Ricochet range, Quake. Storm. Always a great cover art on these. Looks like a Arnold Schwarzenegger film, doesn't it? Looks like Conan the Barbarian. Street Warriors. And the real Ghostbusters arcade game ported to the Amiga. How about that? Awesome game, top-down shooter. I had a Amiga. Sorry, a Commodore 64 port. A bunch of random ones here. This is for the VIC-20 Cosmiads, Space Invaders clone. And a BBC Micro Electron Invaders, another I believe another Space Invaders clone. And then for the BBC Dungeons, probably a dungeon crawler. Spectrum, Alien Destroyer, another shoot 'em up game. Spectrum again in Seminoids. Invasion rather, sorry. I don't know why I said that. Invasion. Renegade Rita. Let me try and name these right. Transmuter. There we go. And the rest of them, I think. That wasn't the title at all. I think most of these are just power play discs. Most of these are power play tapes. Yeah, I think that's what the rest of these are. Well, there's a couple of there's probably a couple of multi game ones in here. Yeah, we do have a couple of multi games. So we have a 4-plaque here with 4 games on it. Yep. What's it? Rebel, Feud, Iron Man, House City. Complete games for most of them. And then 7 games on this one. I think these are multi-packs as well, but I thought I had some 4-game packs. There you go. Must not have them over here. Toastmasters packs. Yeah, these are all multi-game packs. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Let me try and get some of the titles right. Anyway, my friends, I am going to take a quick break and we will go back to the rest of the game room tour. We still got plenty to show. Next up will be my NES, moving on to Super Nintendo and N64 loose cartridges. Then we'll go ahead and do the GameCube, Wii U, Xbox, and then we're going to go ahead and do the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4. Hey, Garrett Spencer, how you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. So don't go anywhere, my friends. I will be right back. There's going to be more Game Room Tour after the break. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. Welcome back, my friends. Thanks for sticking with me during the break. We have still so much stuff to check out. Can't wait, and I'm glad to have you guys with me. Let's continue. I think we were just about to do the Nintendo cartridges, and yeah. Now my seat was squeaking a heck of a lot during that, but yeah, that's what happens when I stand on it, I guess. All right, so let's hope if I can not accidentally name any random horror films. So speaking of horror films, I have some random horror films here. A completely random collection of films, to be fair, that are around here. martial arts films, horror films, that sort of thing, and heavy metal music stuff. But yeah, we're back. We're going to do the Nintendo. So let's check out these. Now, many of these are in box protectors, because I had a bunch of box protectors, or cartridge protectors I should say, for my Game Vault. I did a review for these. They're pretty useful. First of all, we have Alpha Mission. Some of these are still in the dust sleeves as well. I actually take games out of the dust sleeves if they're in the box and put them in. Oh, by the way, Garrett Spencer, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Take them out of the box and reuse them. I actually have a bunch of spare dust sleeves as well. Batman there. And here we have Bionic Commando. There's Blaster Master. And there's Blue Shadow, which the top of that, the end label's gone, which is unfortunate. There's our Boulder Dash. And there is Burai Fighter, shoot 'em up game. There's Castle of Dragon. This game is tough. There's a Crackout. I just got this one actually. Be showing that later. Some pickups. Also, there's there's Fox McCloud, and there's his R-Wing from the Starlink. There we go. Cybernoid, just sitting there. I took him separate because he's so cool. And there's a Demon Sword. That's the first row of those. I can put the Alpha Mission back now. Some of these are quite tightly packed. Ayo, tightly packed. Alright. Over here we have Destination Earthstar. Donkey Kong Classics. Double Dragon. Which I managed to take out of the box protector there. Double Dragon 3. Dr. Mario. It's kind of random what is and what isn't in a box protector, my friends, because it just depends what I got to first. DuckTales. Xanadu. I think I'm saying that right. Who knows after what I've been saying. Fester's Quest. Gremlins 2. Great game. Great game. Hey Benjamin, how you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. I'm doing a game room tour showing just about everything. There's Gunsmoke for the NES. Going over NES loose cartridges right now. Not a lot of light in this corner. Hide light. That's not a metaphor, there's just not much light. Isolated Warrior. I recently picked this up as well. There's Jurassic Park. And there's Kabuki Quantum Fighter. Here's Kickle Cubicle, cool puzzle game. There's Life Force Salamander, as it was known over here. There's Little Nemo, the Dream Master. And there's McDonald Land. It feels a shame to have some of these games unprotected. Mega Man 2. There's Metal Gear. Metal Gear. And there's Mission Impossible over there as well. It's not impossible, I played it, it's possible. How are you doing, Benjamin, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see all you guys here. Alright, over here we have Paperboy, that's a good one. And Power Blade. And Probotector, which is our Contra over here. In the Power region, they called it Probotector. They replaced the human characters with robots. There's Rainbow Islands. There's Rad Gravity. I'm still certain that the main character is supposed to be like the Ash from Evil Dead type actor. There's Robocop, which is the wrong way around in that protector. I'll leave that out so I can fix that later. Or maybe I should just fix it now. Which is the wrong way around. How silly is that? Well, now I can show you how these protectors work, just as planned. Just as planned. There you go. I'll take that out. These are very easy to work with. Good. Make a video version of the game room tour. Yeah, I've done regular game room tours before. The thing is, when I like do a video of it, it means I have to do like audio overdubbing and all of that stuff. And yeah, it would be nice for sure, because you know, it is a bit crazy doing this with the handheld camera. I did one before. They just take so long. It's crazy. All right, there's that one now in the right way around. There's Section Z. There's Sky Shark. There's Super Mario Duck Hunt combination. And there's World Wrestling. I think like they end up being around about the same amount of time anyway. We'll see. I mean, I think part of the reason is that I don't have like a fantastic way of recording this. So like, yeah, it would be cool. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think I originally did do them as I did my original ones as videos. There's the Battle of Olympus. There's a Guardian Legend, fantastic game. Half of this is shoot 'em up. The rest of it's like top down, pretty cool. Yeah, I originally did it as like a regular style video. There's the Adventures of Link, Zelda 2, and then I ended up doing it live stream just because it took so long. It was crazy. Twin Cobra, but yeah, I can definitely see the advantage. There's Wizard Warriors. I think maybe if I did do a video, it would be much shorter. So I would just sort of skim over stuff. There's Argus. These are Famicom games, but definitely it's something to consider. There's XZXS, and there's Space Hunter. That's a cool game, kind of like a Metroid style. And there's Star Force, another cool game. I love the Famicom cartridges, even though I kind of messed them up a little bit here. Messed them up. But for sure, we've got lots of cool stuff to show as well. Hey, good night, Fangirl. Thanks for checking it out, my friend, and I will see you next time. There's my only Super Nintendo American game, and it is Super Mario Kart. I also have, of course, this in the PAL region, but yeah, I happen to have that in American as well. There's Burning Heroes, and there's Street Fighter 2 Super Famicom Japanese versions. There's Batman Returns, good beat 'em up game, love that game. There's Battletoads, and there's Draken. There's Donkey Kong Country. And there's Desert Storm. There's Equinox. And there we have James Bond Jr. Jurassic Park. I just got that recently, I think. Mystic Quest Legend. This is Final Fantasy Adventures overseas. I think it's called that. Plock. Alright, and as I look at Plock, let's plock the Super Famicom games back on the shelf. And the American Super Nintendo game. By the way, you might have noticed that our PAL Super Nintendo games do not have end labels, which is just fantastic. Power Rangers, Twinbee, Pop and Twinbee, Realm, Super Bomberman, All Stars, Super Mario All Stars that is, Super Mario Kart, and Super Mario World. Over here, this is the last one that's Zombies. As in Zombies Ate My Neighbors, that's the name of it over here. Super R-Type. Everything's so super on the Super Nintendo. Super Strike Gunner. And Secret Missions. Alright, put Zombies back. Great game, by the way. Myself and Jonan did a video of that back in the day. Yeah, we want to do more video pickups for sure. Yeah, we've got to sort of figure out what content to do, what sort of ways. Normally the pickups I do as edited videos, and they're normally the feature video on my channel. I do them with gameplay footage normally, but just so happened I was able to get Jonan in for that one, which was really fun. Turok and Turok Rage Wars, and then Yoshi's Story. And these are the N64 loose cartridges. We've got Bomberman 64, Bomberman Hero, Castlevania, and Duke Nukem 64, GoldenEye 007, one of my favourite games, Holy Magic Century, I think this is called Quest 64 overseas, Lilac Wars, this is called Star Fox 64, I think. Over here it's called Lilac Wars, I can't remember what it's called in America. Geoman, Mystical Ninja, and Quake 2, and Mario 64, and Pilot Wings. But yeah, definitely I need to look at what videos work live and what don't, for sure. Alright, let's put these back here. It's one of those things where, like, I definitely could do a game room tour a different way. It's just seeing how things work out with that. And, alright, next up we have the GameCube, Wii, a Wii U, and original Xbox. And Xbox 360. This shelf, I actually brought something over so I could stand on it, so I could show these properly, so I wouldn't fall over. It was a lot of fun doing the pickups with Joan, and that was really cool as well. All right, so for the GameCube, lots of boxes by the way over here. Like there's my Game Boy player. Super Game Boy, I should say, stuff like that. There's my Game Boy player. There's a bunch of random boxes here. This is a box for a light gun that looks like an Uzi. It's pretty ridiculous. There's the Virtua gun. All right. So on to the GameCube. We have Donkey Kong. These will be easier to show. There's Eternal Darkness. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. There's a Game Boy player. There's Godzilla Destroy All Monsters. Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life. James Bond, Everything or Nothing. Jonan hooked me up with that on said video, actually. There's Luigi's Mansion. There's Mario Kart Double Dash. Now I took the sticker off this. I remember I took the sticker off this because it was really silly. So I had to remake it. I've made this sticker myself because that's the only thing on it that says it's got the Zelda bonus disc on. I've even put a little amendment there so I can remind myself that there's a Zelda bonus disc in this. The PAL version had nothing written on it whatsoever that said there's a Zelda bonus disc inside. But I remember getting that with the GameCube. Mario Power Tennis there, and some more GameCube games here. Smash Football. Football is what we would call soccer over here. You kick the ball with your foot. Men in Black 2, Alien Escape. Metal Gear Solid, Twin Snakes. Metroid Prime. I know Trevor really likes these games. The Resident Evil. I love the Resident Evils on the GameCube. Absolutely love them. Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. The first one is a remake, which is ported to other systems. The other two are like higher resolution versions, but they would probably look better on the Dreamcast because of VGA out. But I still like them on the GameCube because of the GameCube controller. Resident Evil 0. Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut, and we have Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and then we also have Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2 and Rebel Assault. This also has, I believe, a 2-player version of the previous game. I could be wrong. Star Fox Adventures, Super Mario Sunshine, which is recently on the Switch compilation, and then Super Smash Melee, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. This has a Zelda bonus disc in it, but it says that on it this time around. Day of Reckoning. And Day of Reckoning 2 with Stacey Keebler on the cover. And you also have WrestleMania X8. Kind of want to get WrestleMania X9 as well. There you go. You have A Boy and His Blob here for the Wii. And Alien Syndrome rather. I'll just say any name. Animal Crossing. Another Code R. Jonah hooked me up with that. Batman, The Brave and the Bold, the video game. Conduit 2. It really annoys me that this is called Conduit 2 and the previous game is called The Conduit, because that means alphabetically they have to be in different places. Cursed Mountain. Dangerous Hunts 2011. Dead Space Extraction. Someone asked, I believe in a previous video if I had that. Def Jr. Destroy All Humans, Big Willy Unleashed. And then I need to move what I'm standing on slightly so I can actually show the rest of it, which is outlines probably the downside of doing this sort of video. Dragon Blade. To be fair, actually, I also said previously that I would not do this, that I would not do a live game room tour like this. Again, there's Dragon Quest, Far Cry Vengeance, but then it just came to it, and it was, oh, it's so much editing to do this as a regular video. Final Fantasy Echoes in Time, so I was like, I'll just do it live, and then at least I can chat with people. Crystal Bearers, Final Fantasy, Chocobo Dungeon, Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, and they could help me get through it. Fragile Dreams, Ghost Squad, I think this is a on rails. GoldenEye, Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus, and Arcade Twin Pack there with LA Machine Guns, and the other game I can't read the font. Harvest Moon, Magical Melody, Due on the Grudge. Now I've heard a lot of people don't like this game. I do. I streamed it all the way through, and I played it all the way through previously. Love this game. It's, you know, it's what it is. It's not like a regular survival horror game, but it is still cool. Link's Crossbow Training. Also, by the way, the cover art on the UK version is not so great. Little King's Story. Mad Dog McCree, Gunslinger Pack. This is a much better version than the other versions. Mad World, Mario Kart Wii, and Mario Party 8. I actually didn't even know I had a Mario Party game, but I often play Mario Party games when friends are around, such as Jonan, for sure. Hey, Raccoon Evil, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Thanks for checking it out. Good to see all of you awesome people here. Alright, more Wii stuff. Metal Slug Anthology, Metroid Other M, Metroid Prime Trilogy, Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Nights into Dreams, No More Heroes, Okami in a different case, Oni-Chanbara, Bikini Zombie Slayers. Yep, that's the thing. Pandora's Tower, great game. Black Wii case as well, interesting. Project 02 Wii Edition, that's a remake. And the game I bought the American Wii for, Project 04, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. Yeah, got there in the end. Red Steel and Red Steel 2. Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition. I streamed that version, very enjoyable. Darkside Chronicles, streamed that very recently. Umbrella Chronicles, also streamed recently. Rygar, Sakura Wars, Sherlock Holmes: The Silver Earring, Sin and Punishment, Successor of the Skies. We never got the N64 game over here in the UK. Never got that, unfortunately. Alright. SNK Arcade Classics, Volume 1. I don't believe there ever was a Volume 2. Sonic Secret Rings, Soul Calibur Legends. Super Mario Bros. Wii. This is an American version, but I have an American Wii now, so it's fine. Super Mario Galaxy 2. I have Galaxy 1 on the Switch collection. Tales of Symphonia. Tenchu. Tetris Party. The Conduit, which, I can't put it next to Conduit 2 because it's The Conduit. Oh boy. The House of the Dead 1 and 2. House of the Dead Overkill. Did this with Jonan before. Zelda. Skyward Sword. There we go. Twilight Princess. Tournament of Legends, a weird fighting game. Western Heroes, an on-rails game. Kind of cool. Wii Play. Wii Sports. And Wii Sports Resort. And Xenoblade Chronicles. Jonan recently hooked me up with that. Pretty awesome. And then there's Zack and Wiki. Another one Jonan got me as well. Pretty cool. And then there's the last of the Wii as we move on to Wii U. Whoa, and I nearly fall over. Knew it was going to happen. That's why this should should be a different kind of video, perhaps. Alright. Good to have you here as well, my friends. Bayonetta. I've fallen and I can't get up. Bayonetta 2. Be a very awkward end for a stream. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Pokken Tournament. John hooked me up with that as well. Project Zero Maiden of Black Water. Now this game, I've said before, super expensive now. I think I picked it up for like maybe 60 or 70. And I remember thinking, oh boy, that's so much for a video game. It is super expensive now. Sonic All-Star Racing Transformed Special Edition. Not sure what's special about it. Sonic Lost World Deadly 6th Edition. I know that comes with extra content. Star Fox Guard. Myself and Jonan played that on a Danger Zone video. Star Fox Zero. We did that as well. We loved it. We didn't love it. Super Mario 3D World. The Breath of the Wild. Streamed this, but I streamed it on the Switch and not that system. I played it on that beforehand. Wind Waker HD. Streamed that version of that. Played it on the GameCube before. Tokyo Mirage Sessions. FE, that got a Switch version recently. And Xenoblade Chronicles X. And Zombie U. And now we're into original Xbox territory, my friends. Got 13, I believe that just got a remake. 187, Ride or Die, Attila, Alter Echo. Area 51, this is a horror game. Third person shooter horror, I think, or third person. It's got a perspective. That's what it has. Alright, let's put things into perspective with the rest of the original Xbox as we go. So, we have Atari Anthology, and Azuric, and Backyard Wrestling, and Backyard Wrestling 2. This game's actually pretty good. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2, I have the first one on the PS2. Barbarian. Batman Rise of Sin Tzu. Blade 2. Blinks the Time Sweeper, and Blood Rain. BMX XXX. Breakdown, Brute Force, Brothers in Arms Road to Hill 30, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Burnout Revenge, Call of Cthulhu, Conan, pretty cool game, Conflict Desert Storm 2, and Conflict Vietnam. Conkers, Live and Reloaded, that's a remake, Constantine, Counter-Strike, Crimson Sea, Crimson Skies, one of the best games on the Xbox by popular opinion. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Dark Summit, Dark Watch, first-person horror game, Dead or Alive 3, Dead or Alive Ultimate, Defender, Destroy All Humans, Deus Ex Invisible War, Dino Crisis 3, Dreamfall: The Longest Journey, Heroes, Dungeons and Dragons, Nightfall, or Enclave rather, Enter the Matrix, great game, Evil Dead, A Fistful of Boomstick, and Fable. Now here is Fable Anniversary Edition, Fahrenheit, which is our version of Indigo Prophecy, got it in that sleeve as well, Demon Stone, Forgotten Realms game, Freedom Fighters, From Russia with Love, The Legend of what's this, Galleon? Yeah, it's by the makers of Lara Croft. I thought it was called The Legend of Galleon for a second. Gauntlet, Seven Sorrows. Gemna Omomusha. Ghost Master. It's like a Sims game with ghosts. Grabbed by the Ghoulies. Great game by Rare. Gun Metal. Gun Valkyrie. All the different gun things. Half-Life 2. And then we've got Halo, and Halo 2, the multiplayer map pack. I have Halo 2, it was a steelbook though, and the steelbook got messed up by water damage. Hitman 2, Hulk, Hunter the Reckoning, and Hunter the Reckoning Redeemer. Alright, see if I can Redeemer myself as well. Alright, I actually don't need the thing to stand on anymore as well. I can't stand it! Indiana Jones, Jade Empire, 007, Agent Under Fire, and Everything or Nothing. And also Nightfire. Nightfire is great. Just Cause, Kingdom Under Fire Heroes, Kingdom Under Fire The Crusade, and Legacy of Crown Defiance, and Leisure Suit Larry, Magnum Cum Laude Uncut, Mace Griffin Bounty Hunter, Manhunt, that cover is reprinted by CEX, Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne, Mercenaries, Metal Gear Solid 2, Midway Arcade Treasures 2, and free as well. What do you know? Motocross Madness 3, Narc, New Legends, Ninja Gaiden, Oddworld, Stranger's Wrath, Outrun 2, Panzer Dragoon Orta, Pariah, Playboy the Mansion, another Sim-style game, Prince of Persia, Two Thrones, Prince of Persia Warrior Within, Project Zero. The graphics I think are better on this version. Same with Project Zero 2, plus its director's cut. Psyops, Quantum Redshift racing game, Red Faction 2, Wolfenstein, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, Rogue Ops stealth game, pretty cool. Scrapland, Second Sight, Shenmue 2, the Xbox version, Serious Sam, Silent Hill 2, fantastic version, Interferes that is, Silent Hill 4 The Room, Soldier of Fortune 2, Double Helix, Soul Calibur 2, Spawn Armageddon, Spider-Man, Splat Paintball, Renegade, Siphon Filter. One of these Siphon Filter games has like an extra disc in it. I don't know which one, but it's not marked on it. Chaos Theory and Pandora's Tomorrow there. SSX on Tour, love the SSX games. SSX Tricky, Knights of the Old Republic, fantastic games. I streamed the first one. Knights of the Old Republic 2 there as well. Jedi Outcast, Jedi Academy rather. There's Jedi Outcast. I have both of them. Excellent. Played them on PC originally. Republic Commando and State of Emergency. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Alright, over here we have Stolen, which is another stealth game. Street Fighter Anniversary, Sudokai, SWAT, Taito Legends and Taito Legends 2, and Tao Feng, The Bard's Tale, Morrowind. If you play this on the Xbox One, it'll automatically have all the extra content. The Incredibles, Lord of the Rings, The Punisher, very popular game, The Suffering, and The Suffering Ties That Bind. Appreciate you guys suffering along with me as well. The Terminator Dawn of Fate, Thief, Time Splitters 2, Time Splitters Future Perfect, Tony Hawk's Underground, Total Overdose, Tron 2.0 Killer App, and True Crime New York City, Spider-Man, Unreal Championship 2, Van Helsing, actually a kind of a Devil May Cry style game, Without Warning, Worms 3D, WWF Raw, WWE WrestleMania 21. They changed it, they got the F out. X-Men Legends and X-Men Legends 2. Wolverine, Geiger, 007 Legends, which is missing the additional content it says includes on the disc because it was downloaded. It's not available anymore. We're on the Xbox 360, Akai Katana, of course we were with 007. Alan Wake, fantastic game. Alice, Madness Returns. Aliens vs. Predator, Alone in the Dark. Mixed feelings about this one. Alpha Protocol, Anarchy Reigns. Angry Birds Trilogy, Assassin's Creed 1, 2, and 3. Then we have the Batman games. We have Arkham Asylum with this cool and particular cover. And then Arkham City version there, and a Game of the Year version there. Then Arkham Origins Complete Edition. That is for the download code, unfortunately, not the actual. And then recently I got this Steelbook as well for Origins as well. Then we have Bayonetta. And then Binary Domain. Then Bionic Commando. Then BlazBlue. And then another BlazBlue game. And then Blue Dragon RPG exclusive to the Xbox 360. Borderlands Game of the Year Edition. And some add-ons to Borderlands. But because I felt like getting them separately. I'll do what I want. And over here we have some more Xbox 360 games. Starting with Brutal Legend. And then Bullet Witch. And then Bulletstorm. And then a Bulletstorm different edition, but it doesn't actually contain anything different. It just had a Gears of War demo. Got some CDs over there, by the way. They're mostly Metallica. Bully Scholarship Edition. Capcom Digital Collection, which is actually really cool. There's some good games on there. Conan, a completely different Conan, because there's like a million different Conans. Condemned, cool horror games, Condemned 2, and Dark, which is trying to get back in there. Dark Side of Might and Magic, Elemental, Dark Void,
Dark Star 1, Dark Stalkers, Dead Island, Game of the Year edition, and Dead Island double pack of some kind. Dead Rising 2, this comes with this map as well, which is really cool. I'm very happy that came with that. It was, I think it came with game, and it was like pre-order bonus. Dead Space 2, and Deadly Premonition. And then Deadliest Warrior, Death Smiles Deluxe Edition, fantastic game. Deus Ex, and then Dodonpachi Resurrection, another great game, shooter. Doom 3, Dragon Age 2, the Dreamcast collection, Dynasty Warriors Gundam, and Gundam 2, and Dynasty Warriors Strike Force. Then we have Earth Defense Force, Insect Armageddon, Eat Lead, the return of Matt Hazard, Enchanted Arms. By the way, Matt Hazard never existed, so they made him up. He's kind of a joke. Enslaved, Eternal Sonata, Fable Anniversary Edition, Fable 2, and Fable 3. Excluding Fable 1 and 2. Fable The Journey. This is a very interesting game to play. You have to play it kind of mimicking the movements of like horse and stuff. It's really weird. Fable 3, Fallout 3 rather, and Fallout New Vegas. That's the Ultimate Edition. Final Fantasy 13, there we go. And then Final Fantasy 13-2. Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage 2, Fracture, and Front Mission Evolved, and then Game of Thrones, Gears of War Double Pack, and then the Gears of War Special Edition. And then we have Golden Axe Beast Rider, 007, and Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories episodes, Overture from Guilty Gear, then Halo Anniversary Edition, this is like a remake of Halo, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, whatever that means, and Halo 4. Alright, well, some more Xbox 360 games at the bottom there. So, first of all, we have Halo 4. This is a bundle copy, Game of the Year edition. Hitman, Hunted, Infinite Undiscovery, Inverse, which I like the cover because it's kind of cool. Jericho by Clive Barker, the guy who did Hellraiser. Just Cause, Cameo, Kane and Lynch, and there should be Kane and Lynch 2 there as well. How about that? Especially if it wants to get back in there. Kengo Zero, Killer is Dead, limited edition. Oh, pretty cool. Circles of Doom, and then Kingdom of Anima Reckoning. That just got a new version as well. Night Contract, LA Noire. This is the complete edition with all the DLC on it. Of course, that got a new version as well. Tomb Raider Anniversary Edition, and then Lego Batman, Left 4 Dead, Game of the Year Edition. Left 4 Dead 2, I believe this doesn't work. I think it needs cleaning. Haven't tested it in a while though. Lollipop Chainsaw, this is Nordic Edition. The DLC was actually on there as well. Lost Odyssey, Max Payne 3, and then Mercenaries 2, Metro 2033, and then Metro Last Light, Mind Jack, Mini Ninjas, Mirror's Edge, and then Monster Madness. And over here we have Namco Museum Virtual Arcade, Never Dead, 99 Nights, Ninja Blade, Ninja Gaiden 3, Orcs of Men. Is it Orcs of Men? I thought it was Orcs versus Men. Oni-chan-bara, Bikini Samurai Squad, because of course. Perfect Dark, Steelbook, came out with the Xbox 360. Unfortunately, that game series has sort of dropped off the radar, but it was cool. Persona 4 Arena has a soundtrack in there, I think. Portal 2, Prey, Prince of Persia again, but with an alternate cover because I'm crazy. Project Slipheed, Pure and Lego Batman double pack, Rage, Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year Edition has Undead Nightmare on there as well. Red Faction Gorilla, Remember Me, Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, Resident Evil Revelations, and Resonance of Fate, Right to Hell Retribution 1%, Rise of Nightmares. I want to try this out. It's a Connect game. Risen, and Risen 2, Dark Water. Rumble Roses XX. Now, this is actually a really good game. Well, I should say the PS2 one is, but these are based on like the WWE games. They just have a all-lady roster. Samurai Warriors 2, Section 8, and Sega Superstar Tennis. I got a load of controllers here, by the way. They're just maybe I'll show my controllers off properly at some point in the future. Down here at the very bottom, we have a bunch of games. Shadow of the Damned, Silent Hill Collection 2 and 3, Silent Hill Homecoming, Singularity, Sleeping Dogs, Sonic and All-Star Racing's Transformed. I don't know if that works. I think the disc might be broken. Sonic Unleashed, Soul Calibur 5, South Park: The Stick of Truth, and then Splatterhouse. Alright, I think I'm putting a lot of shadow in, so I'm going to move to the side. There we go. A little easy to see now. SSX, Star Wars Force Awakens, and there's another one here, Star Wars Unleashed 2. There we go. Stranglehold. John Woo presents as Chow Yun Fat in the game. Even Metal Jesus Rocks made that mistake. Tales of Hysteria. John Woo, of course, makes some great films. The Darkness 2, and then the Dead Rising Collection. I'm missing Dead Rising 1, so I actually have that version. Oblivion, this is the 5th anniversary edition. I can't remember which is the best edition, but there's a regular version of Skyrim, and there's Skyrim the Legendary Edition, and I also have this promotional copy. And there's The Last Remnant. You know, it comes to mind as well that if I was to do this on a regular video, it would almost be impossible, I think, to show everything as it is in a live stream. There's the orange box, pretty cool. Saboteur, the Serious Sam collection, The Witcher 2, and Teenage Impact. So I think if I was to film it in a different way, I think I would sort of skim past a lot of stuff. But we'll see. You never know. Tomb Raider Underworld Limited Edition. Two Worlds. Anything certain? There's nothing certain. Two Worlds 2. Getting a new edition. The Ultimate Stealth Pack. Vampire Reign. Vanquish with a cool 3D cover. Vendetta or whatever it is. Warhammer 40k Space Marine. Warriors Orochi. And Warriors Orochi 2. And then there's only 10 more Xbox 360 games left, and then there's space for 10 more, and then I have no more space for Xbox 360, so we panic after that point. There's Wet there, great game. Worms Collection, WWE 2K15 and 14, which are the wrong way around. Interesting. All Stars there as well. X-Blades, which that's a weird cover. Xbox Live Arcade Collection, and there's another Xbox Live Collection here. Then there's Yaiba, Ninja Gaiden Z. There's a limited edition. It's got a comic book in there as well. And then U-Star 2. I remember picking this up hoping that I would be able to do stuff with the scenes, because there were a load of Star Trek scenes for this, and I wanted to do like a series of videos where I just improvised some funny stuff over Star Trek bits, but you can't download any of it anymore, any of the extra scenes. That's the thing that happens with digital content, unfortunately. So I was unable to finish all of that. Alright, so next up we have, well actually, come to think of it, in the darkest reaches of this corner where the light does not shine, there's some other stuff here. There's like some Super Nintendos, the American Super Nintendos, a Platinum PlayStation 2, a bunch of my loose discs which I've shown before, but I will show these floppy disks. I'll show them at the end if I remember. I'll try and put them aside so that I do that. Alright. So, when it comes to this shelf, it's a little bit of everything, but mostly Mega Drive stuff. So, we have the Nintendo stuff moving on to the Sega stuff as we move down, and then there's some D&D stuff at the very bottom there. I'll show D&D stuff properly at some point, hopefully. Hopefully I get that. I have intent to show it properly, we'll see. Anyway, back up the top here, we have we have Dune here. And then there's Barbarian, which has a fantastic cover, by the way. It just screams of the time. That cover, look at that. looks like a movie cover or like a heavy metal cover. But these here, these are double stacked. So there's a lot of stuff here, and these are all double stacked. So if I dare remove some of these, hopefully I won't drop any, but you can see that they are double stacked. These are mostly Commodore 64 games, but it's a mixed bag. Unfortunately, they're in a position where I can't really get to them, so there's that. These are Nintendo carry cases for Nintendo cartridges. I have a lot of dust sleeves in there, spare dust sleeves. They're over there as well. And then over here we have this Famicom game. I think this is the one Famicom game I have, Xevious. In the box, that is. I have loose ones, as you saw earlier. Super Famicom here as well. Super Famicom game. I believe I have a translation patch for that. I got that to see if that works on the Retro Freak. Then we have Nintendo games here. So we have Solomon's Key in the box. This is a recent pickup. In box protectors as well. The box protectors, My Game Vault, absolutely fantastic. Here's the Adventures of Bayou Billy as well. Bayou Billy! Absolutely fantastic because they keep everything together. Lolo 2 here. Fantastic puzzle game. Digger T-Rock. Gauntlet 2. Pac-Man. All Nintendo boxed. Solar Jetman, rather. As you can see, this box is not in the best condition. The box protector really helps out there. Solstice there. Fantastic game. And Star Wars. And then for Super Nintendo, we have Alien 3. Arkanoid. Great game. And then Cybernator. First Samurai. Ghoul Patrol. Illusions of Time, also known as Illusions of Gaia. Secret of Evermore. Starwing, also known as Star Fox. And Street Racer. Did I have this I'm confused. I thought, did I have that loose as well? I might have taken the cartridge out. That seems weird. I don't know anymore. We're in too deep, my friends. Alright, so another Super Nintendo game, Super Alceste. Total Carnage. Excalibur 2089. And for the N64 we have Aiden Chronicles there. Donkey Kong 64. Banjo-Kazooie in the box. Great game, great game. Body Harvest. And then over here we have Jet Force Gemini. Oh, I thought I was going to drop that. Mario Kart 64. Mario Tennis. And Perfect Dark. I remember I replaced the box for this, but it's still not mint. So I could see myself maybe trying to get a nicer box for that in future. I don't know. It's a game I really like, so I want to have a better box for it. Pokemon Stadium. Still in the box. Yeah, because I think that's the only one of my games I've replaced my original box for, because some of them I just let them be in terrible condition, like that one there. But you can see the box protectors do a good job to keep them looking good. Space Station Silicon Valley. Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. This one had a lot of water damage, but maintained good shape. Ocarina of Time. Turok, Seeds of Evil. And this one is a perfect example of how this box really helps, because it is not in good shape. But it holds together pretty well. I would like to say like I do, but that is not the case. Alright. Let's put that back there. So, Master System. I believe this is all box Master System. I showed you this cartridge previously. We have Alex Kidd. Dragon Crystal. Randomize RPG there. Global Defense. Over here we have Golden Axe Warrior. Very happy about that. Very happy to have that. And Impossible Mission, not Mission Impossible. Lord of the Sword. Operation Wolf. Paperboy. Power Strike. Rastan. I love these covers as well. Shadow Dancer. Shadow of the Beast. Sounds and looks like a metal album. Space Harrier. The Ninja. Thunderblade. The Ninja actually had a different title and a different character, like a lady overseas. Time Soldiers. Wonder Boy Monsterland. And this is a multi-game cartridge, which is kind of cool. It's totally not legit. Oh, at the top here, I might as well show these off. So I have some soundtracks and stuff up top here. This is the Silent Hill 3 soundtrack. It's a 2-disc soundtrack. In America, I think you got the Silent Hill soundtrack with the with the game, but we didn't. So I had to order this from Spain back in the day. Near 20 years ago. It took a long time, but I'm glad I got it. Great music in that. Then there's a couple of I got these on HMV for like $4.99 back in the day for the Grand Theft Auto. And then these two ones I got from Nintendo magazines back in the day as well. Smash album and a Melodies of Time Zelda album. They came with the magazines, as did many of these other ones I'm about to show you. It's pretty cool. I'm going to put these back. Some Mario stickers there for no reason, just 'cause it's cool. On top of some Horizon Zero Dawn postcards. Turrican CD set. Rob Hubbard CD set. Very cool. I also have some flyers for some locations I did, like Super Tomato. I did a game shop tour there at one point. My shop tours are now pretty much added into my my game hunting videos. Just think of them as mini shop tours. Streets of Rage 4 soundtrack. This came with the limited run version. Tomb Raider soundtrack selection came with a magazine, and the Shadow Tomb Raider didn't come with a CD. Well, it said it did, but it came with digital. So I got this with a magazine. And then there's another one there, and then there's Ukulele, and then another one there, Forgotten Anne, Fallout. Pretty cool. I like having them. I like having the physical soundtracks as much as possible. Here's Colours CD. I got this from Kickstarter. And this has music from like the Rainbow Moon type of games as well, from like Play Asia. And my name's in this. I was a backer, so happy about that. Soldier X2 soundtrack as well. Got that I think around about the same time. And Corexor Sigma soundtrack as well, and Soldier. Piece of art there as well. Just a couple of random things that I like to keep to hand. Alright, Mega Drive games. So we have Alicia Dragoon, Aladdin, a series of arcade classics there, Arrow Flash, Batman, Blades of Vengeance. Look at the sun damage there. It's pretty impressive. Castlevania, the new generation, expensive game. Classics Collection. Now this is the best way to get Gunstar Heroes, I think. Unless it's changed, this is cheaper than getting Gunstar Heroes. And this is a legit cartridge in the power region. And it also has Ultra Beast Flicky and Alex Kidd on it. So it's pretty cool. Talking about cool spot. Cyborg Justice. Decap Attack. Galaxy Force 2. Gaia Res. This is a Japanese case, but the American cartridge. I don't know why, it's just how I got it. There's the Mega Drive Japanese version of Ghouls and Ghosts. Really awesome. Glad to have that. Golden Axe 2. Hook. And the Jewel from 007. And Jewel Master there as well. Alright. Next up, we have the Desert Strike, Jungle Strike, I should say. And then I take that out so I have space to pull the rest of them out. Kid Charmeleon, Last Battle, Mega Bomberman, Mega Games 1, which is called Triple Score overseas, but we had more than one of these here. So I also have Mega Games 2, which is fantastic. That's how I played Streets of Rage and Golden Axe. And Mega Games 3. There's Megalomania. I recently picked that up. Mega Swiv. Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Mystic Defender. Normie's Beach Baby Rama. Fantasy Star 3. Phelios. Revolution X. Rolling Thunder 2. And Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. Alright. Am I actually going to be able to fit that game back with the rest of them? We shall see. Yeah, just about. Alright. Splatterhouse 2. Space Harrier 2. Streets of Rage. And Streets of Rage 2. And Strider. Subterranea. I can't remember the name of this because the font is really weird. Highlight, there we go. Wait, shouldn't that be in a different place then? Yeah. Oh no, is this Super Highlight? Yeah, it is Super, that's why. It says Super, it's just really, really hard to say, so it should be there. The Chaos Engine, also known as, let's say Soldier of Fortune overseas, great game. Great game. Thunder Force 4. X-Men. And Xenon 2 Mega Blast. Mega Man the Wily Wars, this is not a legit, this is a repro. And this is also isn't legit, but it looks very legit. I found this in a shop, and I thought, gotta pick that up. It's Raiden Trad. And then there's some Doctor Who DVDs there, just because. Some D&D stuff. We'll do a D&D video at some point. We shall see, we shall see. Alright, PS2, guys. So we've got the special editions. Lots and lots of special editions. I've gone over them before. So I'll just go over the PlayStation 2 games. And yeah, that seems good to me. I'll get in a better position for it though, because I'm all in the wrong place. And I need to bring round what I'm going to stand on as well. See if I can stand it. And then of course at the end of the video, guys, I'll show you those floppy disks. And I'll open those PC games. Why not? Because, you know, games are meant to be opened. So I want to show them. And a special thank you to you guys who stuck with me as well. Okay, so squeaking on my chair because I'll be standing on it. Alright, we have the Dot Hack games here. Infection and Mutation. Great games. Great games. Put them aside. These are just ones that wouldn't fit with the rest of them. So we have 1945 1 and 2. And then Age of Empires 2. Hopefully I don't knock anything over. Air Ranger Rescue. And Alien Extinction. Any of this Predator Extinction. How about that? There you go. Alright. Alone in the Dark. Ark. Good game. Atlantis 3. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. And Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2. I think the PlayStation 2 is my preferred way of playing because of the controller. Barbarian. Beyond Good and Evil. Black. Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter. Buffy the Vampire Slayer Chaos Bleeds. Burnout 2. Canis Carmen Edit. That's the European name for... I mean, it's Dog Eat Dog, also called Bully. Capcom Classics Collection. Castlevania. Carmen San Diego. Chaos Legion. Champions of Nora and Champions Return to Arms. Clock Tower 3. Code of the Samurai. Commandos 2. Conflict Global Storm. Crazy Taxi. Crisis Zone, kind of time crisis deal. Crimson Tears. Dark Cloud. Dark Chronicle, also known as Dark Cloud 2 overseas. Dead or Alive 2. Deadly Strike. Demon Summoner. Demolition Girl. Destroy All Humans, Destroy All Humans 2, and Deus Ex, Devil May Cry, great game, Devil May Cry 2, Devil May Cry 3, and Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition, Die Hard Vendetta, Dino Stalker, which is one of the Gun Survivor games. This is similar to the Resident Evil ones, but they involve Dino Crisis, Dojo Cerberus, Disgaea, DNA, Budokai. I had Budokai Special Edition, and it got water damage, unfortunately. Dragon Quest, the Journey of the Cursed King, Dragon Rage, and Draken, the Ancient Gate. Those gates, they're so ancient. We should update those gates to newer gates. You know what? I like retro gaming. Maybe I like retro gates. Alright. So these actually go across. So the next one's over here. Impressive. Why, thank you, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, I got a fair few games. We're towards the end now, though. The good news is, and then we'll be at the end, and I can show the last couple of things to camera. Area 51 and Buster Block here. Buster Block is it's a Breakout clone, pretty good one, I will say. Capcom Fighting Jam here, and Crash Nitro Kart. Where will I put these? I'm just gonna I gotta put them somewhere. I'll put them there. Don't fall down. I gotta put them somewhere. Put them up there. Don't fall while I'm doing stuff. Game track. Okay, that one can fall. I wouldn't be too worried. All right, Drakengard 2, Dynasty Warriors 2, Dynasty Warriors 3, Dynasty Warriors 3 Extreme Legends, which is would have been like DLC back in the day. Dynasty Tactics, Fight Night 2004, Fight Night Round 2. I actually like those games because you battle with the end game. Another Time Crisis style game. You battle with the thumbsticks. Pretty cool. Enter the Matrix, excellent game. EOE, Eve of Extinction, Escape from Monkey Island. Monkey Island games were great. Eternal Quest, Eternal Ring, Extermination, Fallout. This is like a kind of Baldur's Gate style Fallout game. Brotherhood of Steel. Fightbox, Fighting Angels, Fighting Fury, Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy X-2, Freak Out, Future Tactics, that's a turn-based tactical game, G-Surface, Genji, Ghost Hunter, Gift, Gladiator, Global Defense Force, God of War and God of War 2 Special Edition, Godai, Gran Turismo 3 and Gran Turismo 4, and Gran Turismo 4 Prologue, Grand Theft Auto 3 and a Grand Theft Auto 3 cheat disc, which is really cool. I think that's really cool. Grand Theft Auto Double Pack, Liberty City Stories, San Andreas, Vice City, one of my favourites, Grandia 2, Guncom 2, another Time Crisis style game, Gunfighter 2, I like that game a lot, Gungrave, Gun Griffin Blaze, and Half-Life. Half-Life is actually on the PS2 one of the better versions of the game because the graphics have been improved, and it looks a lot better than the other versions, which is crazy considering it's a console version, and that's normally not the case. Alright, back to the other side we go. Venture to the other side once more, try not to fall over. Okay, so over here we have... What is the baddest game I own? Oh, Conrad, what is the baddest game I own? I'll tell you the game I had the most trouble while recording gameplay footage for. There's Judge Dredd, and there's Killzone. It was Pandora's Tomorrow, like a stealth game, and I don't know if it was just the day that I was recording footage, but I had the most stressful time recording that. GoldenEye, Rogue Agent, and Everything or Nothing Double Pack, pretty cool. I would say the game that is probably the least like a video game I own is probably like the 3DO Vivid interactive games, like Blonde Justice. Those are not games. Those are not games. But, you know, they're kind of rare. I like having them. Haunting Ground, oh, excellent game. Absolutely excellent. And this game didn't even have door animations. I believe this was part of the Clock Tower series originally, but they renamed it. Great game, survival horror. Haven. Headhunter Redemption. Heroes of Might and Magic. Hidden Invasion. And I love this game. I had this back in the day, so I got a cover variant as well. Hunter, The Reckoning Wayward. Intellivision Lives. There's like a bunch, 60 Intellivision games on that. Awesome. Jade Cocoon 2. Jet Iron GP. Agent Under Fire. Nightfire. I prefer this on the Xbox. Kessen. And Kessen 2. And Kessen 3. You know the PAL games as well? This is like one of the only ones, Kessen, with something on the side. Like the PAL games, they have nothing on the spines. I think a lot of people think of them as looking a bit like barcodes. They don't look great, do they? Killer 7. Kingdom Hearts. Tomb Raider Anniversary. Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness. Tomb Raider Legend. Legend of the Dragon. Lego Star Wars, the video game. Lego Star Wars, the original trilogy. Mafia. Makai Kingdom. This is part of the Disgaea game series. It's got Prinnies in it. Mako Shao, the Demon Sword. Malice. Mana Kamiya. Interesting cover on that as well. Max Payne. Max Payne 2. Maximo, parts of the Ghosts and Goblins series. And I've got Army of Sin as well, the sequel. Very cool games. Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Slug 3. Mobile Light Force 2. This, again, it's not the same game. One of them is Castle Shikigami. They're not this game. If you look on the back, you can see that it's a completely different game. They just put this cover on. It kind of looks like Charlie's Angels. But, you know, at least we got localization, even if they cut out a lot of the title and stuff. There's a Mortal Kombat DVD. There's Mortal Kombat Deception. There's another collector's Mortal Kombat DVD. There's Miss Free. I'm missing the booklet with that. There's Need for Speed Carbon. There's New York Race. There's Ninja Assault, another light gun game. Awesome. There's Obscure. Great survival horror game. I find it pretty hard, though. Odin Spear. That got a PS4 version recently. There's Uni. I love this game. Pretty cool. Onimusha Free there. Onimusha Warlords. And Orion, Sign of Sorcery. Another game I had way back. Pretty cool game. Alright, let's move over to the other side of the shelf for more PS2. Alright, so over here we have Largo Winch, adventure game, and Legion of Excalibur. Put those aside. Hopefully they don't fall over. What did I just say? Hopefully they don't fall over, and they did. At least it was only Largo Winch and Legion of Excalibur. There's London Taxi, Rush Hour, and there's Mission Impossible, Operation Soma. I'm not going to put those in the same place because they'll fall down again. It was bound to happen, guys. We've done really well not dropping anything so far. I mean, we've already dropped a PS1 game. There's Mr. Bean, and there's Police Chase Down, which is an interesting game. Interesting. Alright, put those up there as well. We did really well not dropping anything. There's Persona 4. There's Pilot Down, Behind Enemy Lines. There's Pirates. There's Portal Runner, which is a character from the Army Men games. Pretty cool. There's Power Rangers. That's a pretty fun game as well. There's Primal, and here's a cover variant for the collector's edition. There's the Prince of Persia trilogy. Here's Project Eden. Here's Project Minerva. And there's Project Snowblind. There's Project 02, Crimson Butterfly. That's not... I prefer the Xbox version. There's Project 03, The Tormented. I had this replaced. Well, I say I had it replaced. I bought another copy of this so I could have it and actually play through it because my previous one didn't work. There's Siberia. There's Quake 3 Revolution. There's R-Type Final. Ratchet and Clank. Rayman. Realm of the Dead, cool game. Red Dead Revolver before Red Dead Redemption. Red Faction. And Red Faction 2. There's Red Ninja. Resident Evil 4. Code Veronica with Devil May Cry bonus disc in there. Dead Aim. I love these games. There's Outbreak and Outbreak 2. Or Outbreak 2 should be... Oh, maybe I don't have an Outbreak 2 case. That's upsetting. No, I do. It's just not there. I actually had to replace the case for it. Yeah, because I remember the case got water damaged. There's the Survivor Code Veronica, which is a really weird one. Rise to Honor, Robotech Invasion, Rogue Galaxy, cool RPG. There's Rumble Roses. Use the SmackDown Here Come the Pain engine. Actually a good wrestling game. Rune, Viking Warlord, Rygar, Samurai Warriors, Savage Skies, Scalar, which I originally thought was a Spyro ripoff, Second Sight, Sega Collection. There's a Sega Collection of everything. Shadow Hearts, and Shadow Hearts from the New World. And there's Shadow Man 2, Shadow of Memories, a really interesting game. I believe it's called Shadow of Destinies overseas. Shadow of Rome, Shifters of Might and Magic, and Shin Megami Tensei, Devil Saga, and I have number 2 here, and then a variant of number 2, the collector's edition, and then a DVD bonus disc as well, which is actually, sorry, that's not a DVD bonus disc, it's a soundtrack CD, but it's in a DVD case, hence the confusion. Alright, now let's put these games back where they came from, and also pick up the games that fell on the floor, which was bound to happen. At least now I don't need to stand on anything anymore. Alright, so if these are broken, it's not that big a deal because it's Largo Winch and Legion of Excalibur, so I'm not that bothered. Alright, next up, we have more PlayStation 2 to sink our teeth into. Sweet. Hey, how you doing, Victory Leo? Good to have you here, my friend. Which PS2 games am I really proud to own? I mean, I guess probably my original PS2 games, so games like The Bouncer, and yeah, I think probably like that, the ones I've had the longest, so like Uni and Hidden Invasion and The Bouncer. Some of my earliest PS2 games will probably be the ones I'm most proud to own. That and the ones I really enjoy, like Dead Aim, like Resident Evil, those as well. Alright, so there's a bunch of games here. We have Final Fantasy 12, I think, maybe, and Frank Herbert's Dune. This game actually is really bad, so hurdy-gurdy. This game's really good. Hype, I haven't played this yet. I thought it was a Lego ripoff, but I actually remember Playmobil from back in the day. Then I just picked this up actually, King of Fighters Maximum Impact. And then Kuri Kuri Mix. I believe this is called The Adventures of Cookie and Cream overseas. It's really good. Musashi Samurai Legend. Puyo Pop Fever. I had this on the PSP, but I now have it on the PS2. And then there's Resident Evil Outbreak 2. I did have to replace the case for this. I remember that now. And Shogun's Blade. Sonic Riders, which is probably why it's not been put away properly. And Steambot Chronicles. This game is excellent. Alright, over here we have Lucifer's Call from Shin Megami Tensei. Shinobi, great game. Silent Hill 2. This game I did have back in the day, but I had to replace most of all of it because it's subjected to water damage, but that's another one I would say I'm quite proud of. Silent Hill 3. Again, no soundtrack in the PAL version. Silent Hill Origins. Sly 2. Soldiers of Fortune. Sonic Gems Collection. Soul Calibur 2. Soul Calibur 3. Soul Reaver 2. Space Invaders Anniversary. And Space Invaders Invasion Day. What a weird game this is. Alright. Special Forces. That's a simple 2000 game. Sphinx. Spy Fiction. SSX. SSX3. Star Ocean Till the End of Time. And there's a bonus disc there as well. Star Trek Voyager Elite Force. I love this game, but it will have Star Trek music in it, so I probably can't stream it. Star Wars Starfighter. Summer Heat Beach Volleyball. Summoner. Oh. Summoner 2. Sword of the Samurai. Siberia 2. Siphon Filter. Sword of Destiny. Tekken 4. Tekken Tag, awesome game. Had the bowling mode in it. Tenchu. Tetris Worlds, The Getaway, The Bouncer, there we go, there it is. Beat 'em up game. Getaway, wait, are these out of order? Yeah, these are definitely out of order. It should be like this. The Matrix, The Operative, No One Lives Forever, The Red Star, this is a good game. The Seed, The Sims, The Snow Queen's Quest with Richard O'Brien's voice in it, The Thing, cool horror game, Time Crisis, love Time Crisis, and more Time Crisis as well. Then we have Time Splitters, and Time Splitters 2, and Future Perfect as well. How about that? Bow to your PS2 collection. Well, thank you, my friend. The only thing I don't like about PS2 over here is the covers. The cover art is not the best. I should say the spines. So the spines look pretty uninviting. So when you have them all on a shelf, it just looks like a load of white covers. It would be nice if they looked more like the Xbox games. More like, because the original Xbox looks way more inviting to look at. I guess the Wii had the same problem, but at least the Wii used different font on different games. So there's that. Alright, let me go ahead and put these back, and then we can have a look at the next stack. We're almost at the end of the PS2, actually. I have a lot of PS2. PS2 and PC I've probably got more than anything, because they're so easy to find that you can pick them up just about everywhere. Just about everywhere. And they're all over the place. Alright. I also want to put stuff back so that I don't forget where stuff goes. I mean, some of this stuff isn't organised properly, but at least it's organised to an extent. Alright, so the rest of the PS2 here moves on to PS3. So over here we have Taito Legends. These are just ones I couldn't fit in on the shelf at the time. Virtual Cop Elite Edition, that's 2 games on that, I believe. War of Monsters. Reckless, the Yakuza missions. I really like this. There's a sequel, but it only came out in Japan. And then here we have Xenosaga 2. Xenosaga 1 never came out over here. And there's a DVD region change over the PS2, which is not terrible useless, because that's actually pretty useful. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. And Underground. And Underground 2. And Turok. Twin Caliber. Twisted Metal Black, Underworld, Unlimited Saga. I got this from Blockbuster, I remember coveting it. Urban Chaos, Valkyria Chronicle 2, Valkyrie Profile 2. There we go. Vampire Knight, Vex. Vampire Knight is a light zapper game, by the way. It's pretty good. Beautiful Joe, another pretty good game. Virtual Fighter 4, Warhammer 40k Fire Warrior, Warriors Orochi. Way of the Samurai, Wild Arms 3, World War Z. I was in the film World War Z. WWF, no, this is E because of the logo. WWE SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. WWE SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, one of the better games. SmackDown vs. Raw, SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. And 2008 featuring EC and then Extreme Racing, X Squad, Yeez, The Ark of Napit. That game, Zone of the Enders, and Zone of the Enders Second Squad. Alright, that's the end of the PS2. Got a lot of PS2, as I mentioned. A lot of PS2, but then PS2 is really good, so, you know, there's reason to have a lot of PS2. And they're very easy to get your hands on. You can find a PS2 system for very, very cheap these days. I think you could find them for pretty much around about 30, and they'll play PS1 games, so they're definitely well worth having, I think. Well worth it. Well worth it indeed. Well, thank you, my friends. We have PS3 next. Tales of Xillia, Day 1 edition. And then over here we have Arcana. I believe that's Gothic 4. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, something edition. Revelations. And then Rogue. Attila Aisha. And then we have Attila, what is this? Meru. Beyond Two Souls, Blades of Time. I like this a lot more than X-Blades. It's a sequel to X-Blades. Deadly Premonition, the Director's Cut. Disgaea 3. Doctor Who, the Eternity Clock. If you guys didn't know, I have a massive Doctor Who VHS collection. Dragon Age. Final Fantasy 13. Folklore, fantastic game. Genji, God of War, Heavenly Sword, and Heavy Rain. This one is Move compatible. I believe I got this over... Yeah, this is American, because it has the American label on it. I had to get it from overseas, so it was the only one that came with the Move compatibility. And as you guys know, I streamed Resident Evil 5 with the PlayStation Move, because I'm crazy. I like using that sort of technology. It's right up my street. Anyway, more PS3 continues over here as well. So we have some more PS3. Yeah, I got a lot of cool games for sure. It's a crazy thing to do a live game room tour, but I was up to the challenge. Biohazard Revival Selection. This has Code Veronica HD in a physical version. You can either get this or the Xbox 360 version. They're both Japanese, but the PS3 one will play on any PS3. The Xbox one is region locked. So I wanted to get a physical copy of that, and I dropped it on the floor. God of War Ascension. And then recently from Journing I got the orange box and a copy of Skyrim. I played the Xbox 360 mostly during this generation, so I'm catching up on the PS3. And then the Saboteur as well. I recently picked this up as well because I had it on the 360, but you can't use the extra content anymore. Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Remix here. Lair. Little Big Planet. Ni no Kuni. Ninja Gaiden. Pain. Ratchet & Clank, and more Ratchet & Clank. Resident Evil 5, this has the Move compatibility, the Gold Edition. Resistance 2, Resistance 3, Resistance Fall of Man, Sega Mega Drive Collection, Sorcery, Star Trek, Tales of Grace's F, and I also have a regional variant. And then there's Tekken Hybrid, which is Tekken, I believe it's Tekken Tag HD, and something else like a demo in there. House of Dead Overkill, Director's Cut. The Last of Us. Lord of the Rings War in the North. The Shoot. Tomb Raider. Time and Eternity. Time Crisis. Trinity. Trinity Universe. Uncharted games here. Excellent game series. I still need to get the later ones, but I do love them. Untold Legends. Valkyria Chronicles, this time getting it right. The White Knight Chronicles. And then the Book of Spells. The Book of Spells. Cast all your spells. Cast all of the spells. And hopefully I have a spell of good luck with dropping all of these things, because I wasn't dropping anything at the start, and now as we get towards the end, I'm dropping everything. But there you go. Dropping it like it's hot, my friends. Like it's hot. Okay, let's put these back on here. Okay, so we're up to PS4. We're up to modern systems, guys. So we've gone all the way through the retros. This is the DVD for Kingslave, and this includes the Brotherhood extended editions. This is hard to get hold of. But yeah, I'm so happy to have that. That's a Blu-ray, I should say, not an actual game. There's Alien Isolation, the Ripley edition. There's Antiquity Lost from Limited Run. Also from Limited Run as Divine Hearts. Batman Game of the Year edition from Arkham Knight. Blair Witch. I got this for my Blair Witch trilogy review. It didn't include this game, of course. It included the PC game from 2000. If you haven't checked out my Blair Witch trilogy review, check it out. It's my Halloween special, and it's a lot of fun. It's a crazy, crazy video. I spent like a month making it as well. So if you haven't checked it out, check out my Blair Witch review on the channel as well. Recent video. BlazBlue. Borderlands. Bound by Flame. Caldarius Blaze. Contra. Cosmic Star Heroine. As I mentioned before, I take my limited editions out of the boxes. Crash. Corixus Sigma. Deception 4. Alright, put this back as well. Put this back up there. Alright. Dimension Drive. Great shooter as well. Doom. Double Switch. That's the PS4 version from Limited Run. Dragon Quest Heroes. Dragon's Lair triple pack again from Limited Run. Awesome. Fallout 4 Game of the Year edition. Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2. I had to go 3 copies to get one that worked. Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age. Final Fantasy 15, the Deluxe Edition, which looks beautiful. Really does. Final Fantasy Type O HD. That's when they started going hack and slash. Galgun Double Piece. Yep. Game Tengoku. I think this is limited run. This is limited run. This is the Cruisin' Mix Special, so it has extra content. Ghost Blade HD. Grand Theft Auto 5. Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition. Layers of Fear, a Masterpiece Edition. Lara Croft, Temple of Osiris. Life is Strange. Man of Medan from the Dark Pictures Anthology. The Mighty Number 9. Alright. Mitsuru Kame Hekai. Yeah, that game. Nier Automata. Night Trap. I told you guys I had it. Ocean Horn. Monster Uncharted Seas. Rainbow Moon and Rainbow Skies. Fantastic games. Red Dead Redemption. I did an unboxing of this at one point, the Ultimate Edition. Resident Evil 2. I also did an unboxing of that. Resident Evil 3. Resident Evil 6. All the Resident Evils. Resident Evil 7. This is the Game of the Year edition or something. No, that has an lenticular cover. This is the gold edition. There we go. Origins Collection. Revelations 2. As you guys know, I've been streaming all of the Resident Evil games. We're almost through all of them. Every single one. Revenant Saga, and I mean every single one. I even did the one on the Gamecom. Rise of the Tomb Raider. Mega Drive Classics. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Shantae Half Fury Zero. I did an unboxing for this as well. Risky's Revenge. Skyforce Anniversary. I want them to do more Skyforce games. Physical copies, please. Sonic Mania. Spider-Man. Starlink. As you guys know, I did a video on that. And then there's Streets of Rage 4 and Streets of Rage 4 from Limited Run Games and Signature Edition. My Signature Edition one is actually in that box down there. But I did an unboxing and a live stream. So how about that? How about that? Dispute that. Okay. So let's go ahead and show the rest of these. Hey Filippo, how you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. We're just about done showing the stuff, and then I have some more stuff. I actually have some sealed PC games I'm going to open right at the end. But speaking of the end, right at the end here, next to Nightwish, we have Super Hydroha, The Evil Within 1 and 2, and then The Last of Us Remastered, and then we have the Ninja Saviors, and then Tomb Raider, and then we have the Torment, and then the Uncharted Collection. Until Dawn, great game. One of my first PS4 games, I think. Velocity. That's Watch Dogs PS4 edition. And you have Wild Guns 2. And then Windjammers. Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy Returns. And World of Final Fantasy. WWE 2K19. And Ys Origin. Alright, and for Xbox One, I have a couple of Xbox One games. Too Dark. What I do like about the Xbox One is you can play Xbox 360 and Xbox original games on it, which should probably be called Xbox One games, but I digress. Dead Rising 3, Alien Isolation, Ripley Edition, I didn't realise I had that on both of them. Fallout 4, Gears of War, that's a remake, remaster, Goat Simulator remaster, I'd say. Halo, well, this is a Halo collection. Quantum Break. Have I forgotten about this game? Because I don't recall playing it. I think I intend. Yeah, I must. I wanted to play that after I played Alan Wake, and I forgot about it. Rare Replay. Rise of the Tomb Raider. Rise, Son of Rome, Day 1 edition. I got this Star Wars Battlefront for £2 at a charity shop. Sunset Overdrive, probably one of their best exclusives. Walking Dead. Witcher 3, I want to get this on PS4. And 2K15 and 2K16. And then we have some Nintendo Switch games as well. So we have Final Fantasy Twin Pack. Fire Emblem Warriors, Golf Story, I Am Setsuna, that plays in English, I did a video about that to prove it, Mercenary Kings Reloaded, and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Prinny 1 and 2, these special editions are actually right next to it, and then the SNK 40th Anniversary Collection, Starlink, Super Mario 3D All-Stars, The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, I streamed that. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the extra content on cartridge as well. Except for the season pass stuff that came in the code. But the rest of it's on there, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright guys, I think we've only got a couple of PC games left, and we're good to go. I will also say that there's also the Evercade games here. So I have the Evercade games up to 9. I put them in numerical order and not alphabetical order, but as you know, some of my cartridges and stuff are not quite in any order, so it's kind of a toss-up what is in order and what isn't. But I have the Atari collection, the Namco Museum collection, Data East collection, Interplay collection, the Atari collection 2, Namco Museum 2 collection, Interplay collection 2, Megacat Studios collection 1, and the Pico Interactive collection. I have a couple of special editions here that just I couldn't find anywhere to put them, and then my Starlink stuff is there as well. And then down at the bottom here, we've got some more PC games. I have, what is this? Elite, I think this is a Kickstarter, Elite Dangerous thing. Then there's Mass Effect, which Jordan hooked me up with, and Murder on the Orient Express. Alright, okay, now we'll see if my camera can get in a good place to show these. So we have Bad Day LA, and Command & Conquer. Command & Conquer again. And then Age of Empires, I also have that, obviously, in a CD case. Baldur's Gate, Bet on Soldier, Divine Divinity, and Black and White 2. Black and White 2, is that like a different variant? I don't know. Collector's Edition, yeah, there we go. Command & Conquer, and Command & Conquer again. I guess these are somewhat out of order. Command & Conquer, all the Command, you guys know I love Command & Conquer, there you go. Counter-Strike, Cypher, a stealth game, Darkstar 1, also came with UFO on it, and then you have Dawn of Magic, and Diablo there, and Diablo again, and Divine Divinity, Doom, Dungeon Lords, there we go. I was like, what is that? Dungeon Seeker, and then some Dungeon Seeker expansion, and then Freelancer, and then From Dusk Till Dawn, and I didn't even know I had this. What is this? The Monster Slayer? There's Gothic 3. Gothic 3 expansion. Half-Life 2. That only came with a code, actually. Half-Life. I remember that I got the Half-Life Special Edition when it came out, and then I had to download it from the internet on dial-up back in the day. It was terrible. Not having a disc, it was terrible. Hellforce is there, and then Heroes Collection, and what's this? Hexen 2, and then there's Homeworlds, and then there's a Leisure Suit Larry Collection. There's a Lemmings Collection, and there is a Magic the Gathering game, and there is a Memento Mori, and a cover variant I think as well. And then here is Metal Heart Replicants, pretty cool. If it will get back in where I put it from. And then there is Neuro Hunter. Okay, you get in a better position for the rest of these, so I can show them well. Whoop. Okay, so the rest of these should be a little easier to see with the light. There's a Tomb Raider DVD game, and here we have Neverwinter Nights, expansions, lots of expansions. There's Payday, there's Perimeter, there's Planescape Torment, there's Postal 2, and there's the Postal 2 expansion pack. There's Quake, and there's more Quake. There's some collections here, and there's Stalker, there's Sacred Gold Edition, Serious Sam, Shogun Total War, Sonic and Knuckles, Space Colony, what is that? Tripper? Oh, that's actually a cool shooter game that I found for real cheap. There's another set of games, Spell Forces, Star Trek set of games, Star Wars game, Starship Troopers. There's the Creed. There's some movies. I like that game. Saboteur. I found that for £1.50 very recently. The Sims, Theme Hospital, Theme Park World, Tomb Raider 3, Tron 2.0, Unreal Tournament, more Unreal Tournament, more Unreal Tournament, Vampire the Masquerade. I would love to get a console port of that. Warcraft 3, Warhammer, more Warhammer games, Will Rock, I Wanna Rock, and what was that? Warlord's Battlecry. Then we have Worms, and more Worms, and more Worms. And then finally we have X to Fret. And X marks the spot. That's the end of those games. We'll go over to the other webcam. Oh my goodness, guys, that was a lot of games. Crazy task to show you every single game in the game room. But we got there. It was absolutely nuts. But, you know, I am absolutely nuts. So I appreciate you guys sticking with me. Don't go anywhere because there's still a little more to come. Because I want to show you guys a couple more games from the floppy disks. And then I also want to show you the boxed PC games that I will be opening as well. So stick around. We'll get things straightened out. And we'll get on with that. All right. Let me go ahead and set that up. Okay, there we go. I've got the sofa in all kinds of a mess because I've been standing on it. But anyway, my friends, let's go ahead and check that out and move over to that webcam. Look. Hey, Zelda Master John, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Let me go over to the full webcam real quick. There we go. Okay, finally. Okay. Right. Yeah, I've been standing on the sofa, my friend, so it's a little messed up. I'll try and sort it out. Sort yourself out, MVL. How are you doing, Zelda Master? Good to see you, my friend. Last thing I'm going to show you guys is the Amiga floppy disk. There's also DOS floppy disk in here as well. The case is kind of broken, but it's mostly floppy disks. We've got Mega Wolf, Nightwalk. I used the music for this in my Destroying Angel of Darkness video, and then there's a lot of game packs here as well. Zombies 2 on there as well. Lots of cool game packs here. X Out, Puggles, obvious rip-off of I can't remember the name of it. The Zoid thing. Amazing 21 games. Lots of these, have they? Hey, appreciate you showing it out, my friend. I'm gonna open up a couple of sealed games actually to end us out. Blitz 2. Another cool game. A lot of my favorite games were on these things. A lot of my favorite games were on shareware discs. Cyber Blast Heroes, Transplant is one of them. Yeah, this is one of them. Four of the best games ever, and that's true because this Amiga disc includes Llamatron, which is like a version of Robotron, which is absolutely awesome. Hey gamer, welcome to stream, my friend. It has Asteroids, Pongs, and Defender on it as well. Cubert, that's what Puggles is, a copy of Cubert. 6 more games. Arcade classics here, including Space Invaders. 12 games on this one. Yeah, awesome. Cannon Fodder. Bubble Gun. There you go. Cybernetics. Floppy disk. Yeah, they were the big floppy disks as well. I've got a couple of those. I didn't bother taking any of them down, but they were up top with the rest of the Commodore stuff. Amiga Action. Another disc of Llamatron. Love Llamatron. Absolutely amazing game. I really enjoy it. I've done a video about it before. Fantastic game. Hero Quest 2. Lemmings as well. This is the free with the Commodore promotion pack. There's Ball here as well. Better Dead Than Alien. Defender 2. I don't think this one actually works, unfortunately. Don't think Defender 2 works. Sensible Moon. Sensible Soccer, but on the moon. Doink. And then I got some PC ones here, like Heartlight. I think that's a PC one. I got yeah, this one has Revenge of the Mutant Camels on it. And then another. This one's got Transplant on it. Yeah, Transplant is it's an asteroid game. You're in the center of the screen, you're shooting spaceships and other asteroids, but it's really, really, really good. Do I have a PS4? I do have a PS4. I have a what is it? The Uncharted model. I showed the PS4 games just prior. Mega Wolf is actually a Wolfenstein mod, but I don't know how to get it to work. Anyway, those are the floppy disk games. I now have 2 PC games that are sealed. These have been sealed in my collection for forever. And I thought, you know, whatever. This video is going to be crazy. This video was crazy. Some might say it should have been a different type of video, and that has come up. But, you know, regardless, I want to open up these two games. They've been sealed. The reason these were sealed is I never got around to playing this. Picked it up in a bargain bin. I just never got around to it. It's Team 17 Microprose game, by the way. It looks really cool. And then this one, I ordered this off Limited Run Games, and they actually gave me a Steam key with it. So I didn't need to open this. But I will anyway. I'm going to open it right now. Got a God of War PS4. Nice. That's pretty cool. You remember Night Trap. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to open the retro game first. This has been sealed since I got it, when it came out, or whether it is in a bargain bin, or wherever the heck I found it. Phoenix Deep Space Resurgence. I'm going to open it right now. So let's just open it up. The seal might be stuck to it because it's that old. Alright guys, we're doing it. There's no turning back now. No turning back from opening it up. Alright, there you go. Retro PC game open up. Retro PC big box. No longer sealed. I don't see any point in keeping it sealed. The only reason I didn't open it is because I never got around to playing it. I think I picked it up with some other games at the time. I always found PC games a little more difficult to play. Do I have Mortal Kombat 11? I do not have Mortal Kombat 11. I have other Mortal Kombat games on different systems. Yeah, pretty cool. It looks interesting. It looks like a space shooter with some full motion video in there. Team 17, so I actually expect it to be pretty good. Looks pretty cool. We'll see what's in there. I'm always interested to see what's in them. Always interested to see what's in the big boxes. And of course, this is essentially as new because I've never used it. Alright. Funny that it's new, but it actually seems a little bit worn inside. There's the disc. Comes the CD case. Slower on the plastic. I don't know what you're into, man. I don't know. There's the Phoenix CD. Slower. Alright. And inside of it, it's a 2-disc game. So the manual is the front part of it. It looks like, yeah, that's kind of like American PlayStation games, right? They did the same thing. Our PlayStation games had an inlay, but American ones just had the manual in the front. It's kind of like that. And there's a 2 CD gimmick here, 2 CDs. Interesting. One of them's a different color, which is pretty cool. Kind of like that. I kind of like that. Pretty cool. All right. Good to see it's on CD as well, because I wasn't really sure. I hadn't really checked. And in here there is a manual. There you go. Oh, it's a novella. It's a novella. That's pretty cool. That's actually way better than a manual. 12th of February, 2275 AD. Fud, 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 fud. Despite the best efforts of my subconscious to weave the relentless thumping into a series of increasingly surreal dreams, the persistence of my late-night caller paid off. Reluctantly, groggily, I achieved something approaching consciousness. There we go. And it did say it the way I delivered it there. Fud, fud, fud. That's actually that's way better than a manual, a novella. It's good. Yeah, it's good. I mean, you used to get all of the extras back in the day. You don't. I'm glad I opened this now because I did not know there was a novella in there, so I can go in and check that out. That's really cool. That's all that's in there though. There's no instructions. They're probably in the little manual that comes in the disc. But that's really cool. We'll see if Night Trap, a newer release, can top that. Actually, that's really cool. Oh my goodness, have I been streaming over 3 hours? That's what happens when you do a live game room tour, man. Alright, the next one is going to be Night Trap. And the reason I hadn't opened this is because I got a key with this when I got it. So I was able to play this regardless. They sent me a Steam key along with the physical copy. I don't know why. I'm not sure the physical copy needs to be played on Steam, thus defeating the point of it being physical. But there you go. I decided to get a PC version. I got the PS4 version as well, but I figured it would be easier to play with mouse. And I always wanted the PC version back in the day, because the PC version had like a extra content in it, like a making of, and better quality. They weren't actually able to get the best quality of this when they redid it. I think they used the PC footage, so this is as good as it's gonna get from a Night Trap, unfortunately, because the old tapes don't exist anymore. And I know that feeling with some of my old work that I haven't kept very well, like animations, for example. I know the feeling of accidentally not keeping stuff like artwork. I have some artwork that I don't have good copies of it, so I'm going to open this up anyway. That's what I'm getting at. To close this off, so that I no longer have anything sealed in my game room. Disgusting sealed games. They're meant to be played, meant to be opened. So I'm going to do it nice and slow, like Zelda wants. There you go, it's unwrapped. It's raw. It's knackered. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, I think a lot of us have that thing where you don't really at the time think of how you want to protect stuff. And by the time you figured out, like, oh man, I need to back this up. By the time that's happened, you've got a corrupt hard drive or something like that. Alright, let's open this up. I believe there's at least a poster in here. I'm glad to see that there is at least a cardboard in here. But I've heard stuff rattling around whenever I pick this up. So I don't know how much cardboard there is in here. Okay. So it looks like there's just the disc and the poster. We'll have a look at the poster. Let's have a peek at that. Pretty cool. It's the new artwork. I think they couldn't get use of the old artwork, so they made new artwork. So it is. It's the new artwork. It's very look-alike to the old artwork. It looks very similar, but it is new artwork. It's just been redrawn. I think they couldn't get the use of the old artwork, or they decided to redraw it. I'm not sure the case. But there you go. So there's a poster in there, and there's the disc. To be fair, they could have added more packaging. To stop this rumbling around in there. I think that could have been something they did. But yeah, Screaming Villains. I hope that actually, you know what would be cool actually is if the Night Trap song, if you could just take the Night Trap song off the CD, that would be really cool. Because I got the Night Trap song on the PS4 edition, but it was on a cassette, and I get why they did it on a cassette because there was a cassette player in the game. But it's not really that usable. Cassettes break very easily, so we'll see. But yeah, let's try and open this. I don't know, this might be a little more difficult. Hey, you're amazing, my friends. Thanks for being with me, buddies. I really do appreciate it, because this stream has been crazy. This stream has doubted itself at times. But I do appreciate you guys being with me and checking it out. I thought I'd treat you to some unboxings at the end. And on my next stream, there'll be some pickups, because I had some new stuff as well to show you guys as well. You missed a chance to get the special edition. Yeah, unfortunately, these things become more expensive on eBay as well after time. I don't think the PC version is that expensive, but the PS4 one I think is more desirable. But yeah, I wanted to grab that because it's always been a guilty pleasure of mine. There's a crack on this disc, and I definitely didn't do that myself. Oh wait, slower for Zelda Master. There you go. That went with a pop, didn't it? Yeah, there's a crack in the cover here. Interesting. There's the back of it. Let's have a look in here. Oh, cool! It's reversible, so you could use the other artwork if you want, the red brand artwork. And yeah, so I wonder what's even on this, because the game installs by Steam. So I wonder what's even on the disc. To be fair, you got the SCAT confidential eyes only. Pretty cool. You got a badge on the I should say an iron-on patch with the other version. They also made the song available for free download from their website, I think, as well. So there's that. Oh well, so then we opened up some PC games there at the end. We opened up Phoenix from Team 17 and Night Trap on the PC as well from Limited Run Games, or Screaming Villains, but physical edition produced by Limited Run Games. That's pretty cool. You can't get a hold of the special edition. Yeah, sometimes those limited availabilities were so limited they're hard to get your hands on. Thankfully, they seem to be, at least with the with Shantae that I will be getting as well. The Game Boy reprint of that, the limited run games is doing. They did those for open pre-orders, but they do all kinds of different stuff, I think. And anyway, speaking of all kinds of different stuff, guys, all kinds of different videos on the channel. Once again, if you haven't checked out my Halloween special, I did a review of the Blair Witch Trilogy PC games. That is a lot of fun. Hey, Ace Bunny, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, my friend. You caught me just at the end, but I do appreciate you dropping by, my friend. Yeah, I did a Halloween special. It's a recent video on the channel, the Blair Witch Trilogy review. It is absolutely crazy. You've got to watch it to the end to believe everything that's going on. But if you want to check out my Halloween specials, go check that out. The Blair Witch Trilogy. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, it took like a month to make that, so do check it out. You're fine, thanks, that's good to hear, my friend. Other than that, my friends, I encourage you to follow me on social media. There's a link to my Twitter on the front page of my channel. You can be kept up to date when I pick up pickups, when I'm posting videos, and when all of that sort of stuff is coming out. You can also hit the notification bell down below, and you should be notified whenever I go live as well. You like Zelda games? I do. I can't wait to get back to doing some Zelda-style games as well. I'm almost done with all of the Resident Evils, like all of them, like every single Resident Evil. Almost done with all of them on stream, so I can't wait to get back to doing some adventure games and stuff like that. I'm going to be mixing it up as well. We will, of course, be streaming tomorrow. My regular stream days are Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I mean, my time, it is technically already Saturday right now because we're past midnight. The stream's gone on that long. But at the end of tomorrow's stream, there will be pickups as well. I picked up some stuff. You might have seen some of it in this video, but there will be live pickups at the end of my video. Of course, I also do regular edited pickup videos with gameplay footage included, so check that out as well. And coming into December, I will be doing a bunch of special pickup videos as well. So I'll be doing a video of all of my pickups in the year. That'll be live. And I'll be doing a video of my top 10 pickups, the games I think that were the best that I picked up. And I'll be doing top 5 horror as well, because I really want to do top 5 horror as well. So with that said, my friends, if you like the video, be sure to leave a like or a comment to let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe for all kinds of awesome content. You want to do specials? Yeah, Zelda is a lot of fun. I honestly can't wait. I honestly can't wait to get back to it. Can't wait to. And it's definitely worth it as well. Yeah, guys, if you haven't subscribed already, be sure to subscribe for more awesome content. And if you'd like to, you can also support me through Patreon or YouTube channel membership. There are little supporter exclusive videos as a thank you to me, to you, for you guys supporting the channel. Other than that, my friends, it just remains me to say thank you for watching. My goodness, this has been crazy. My goodness, we've been going a long time. Nearly 4 hours. We got close to 4 hours. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. You guys have been amazing. I've been MVL, and I will catch you next time.